Hello and welcome to Build Up to a Good Game. It's Manchester United against West Ham United. We are live, which means kickoff is 1 hour and 5 minutes away. And team news is 5 minutes away. There's changes. There's a potential risk as well. But we'll get on to that in 5 minutes. Gonzo, it's currently Arsenal 2, Tottenham 1. This is massive news for West Ham.
Yeah, Lamella's shown his usual petulant side. Have I got that right? Did he get a red card? And he
did 2 yellow cards as well. That's the worst thing about it. It's not like he's kicked out once. He's kicked out twice.
I told you, I didn't say for this game, but when we played him, I said that was a player I tipped to get a booking. He looks a liability every time I see him play. Quite frankly, he's got a bit of a screw loose, really. It's a shame because for him, well, it's a shame for Tottenham, I guess, but not that we particularly care. But he's a talented player, a really talented player, but. We could really do with this result. Let's be fair. The Leicester one was a bit of an arse, really, wasn't it? Let's be fair. They didn't put up a fight at all, Sheffield United, so it didn't go the way we hoped. But all the rest of it.
It's your favourite word. They capitulated, Sheffield United. It's your favourite word. But also Chelsea and Everton dropped points yesterday, though. So currently, as it stands, there's 10 minutes to go in the Arsenal game. They're Tottenham are 2-1 down, 10 men. It looks like 3 teams out of the 4 around us have dropped points before we've even kicked off, though. So it's massive for us. Yeah,
but it's now our job to do something. And look, there's no way the fixtures actually get better than this as well, because more of them come up against each other in the running, as do we. But obviously, our last 3 games are. You say winnable, but then you look at some of the other performances. Not that I don't actually Burnley's not in our last 3 games, but you look at what Burnley did yesterday, and Burnley looked really good as well. So it's if we can maintain our consistent form of just not losing very many, we're banging there. We're really banging there. I predicted that we could hopefully possibly get 69 points if all the other results keep going like they do, which is what we've more or less seen this weekend. That might be enough. It really might be enough.
Before you see the lineup in a couple of minutes, how are you feeling about the game?
I heard Solskjaer speak earlier, and he seemed to know that there was a job to be done. So to hear him speak, let's say he was very motivated. He was talking about David Moyes. He was talking about West Ham. It's actually funny. They know they're coming. You can tell they know they're coming up against a good team. So I don't think he's going to take an awful lot of risks on this one. But I think we're going to be really, really up for it. I mean, really up for it. I wouldn't be look. We do this thing at the start of games now, which is basically that's if we get the kickoff, we basically hoof it long to try and get Souček to have a header and nod it on. And that is, you've got to class that as trying to attack from the off, which I think what we'll try and do. It's going to be really interesting to see the team now and see what he's got up his sleeve.
Yeah, I think the thing with Ollie, though, is apparently Marcus Rashford starting tonight. He's not fully fit. The fact that Man United are putting in a half-fit player, because they're basically saying, West Ham are that good, we have to risk Marcus Rashford. If it was a lesser team, I'd imagine he would be on the bench just in case they need him kind of thing, but ideally not use him. Solskjaer's taking no risks here. He'll remember the London Stadium game going in at half-time, 1-0 down, thinking, crikey, this is not a good game for us. And the second half, he put on his big boys and they blew us away. But he'll be remembering that. He'll be wanting to see that in the first half tonight. My optimism is just going up and up and up. And I think the results, particularly the Arsenal one at the minute, Moyes will have his eye on this game. Someone will be informing of the score, and if Arsenal win, he's very much going to go into the dressing room and say, this is the motivation for the boys. I've never questioned the motivation recently. They are switched on, they are hungry, the attitude's been bang on. But then, since then, Chelsea have dropped points, Everton's got beat, Tottenham are currently losing. This is even more motivation. This is another layer of motivation here. But I think I can't decide if it adds the pressure or takes the pressure off. It's a bit of both, really. It's off because a point's now gone from a good result to an excellent result for West Ham. I think we've probably had the toughest fixture out of everyone, and arguably getting one of the better results. But it also applies the pressure in the sense that there's now an opportunity here. There is an opportunity for West Ham. We get something against against Man United. We are firmly, we win, I think. Do we go above Chelsea if we win?
Maybe goal difference, maybe not because of goal difference. I'm not entirely sure. But we'd be joint fourth, I believe. But joint fourth.
We played a game less than them, have we? Even after tonight, I think we might have a game less played. They've got 2 games in hand on them right now.
I'll tell you right now, mate. Chelsea have played 29 games. We've played 27.
So yeah, we'd have equal points.
We'll still have a game in hand. Their goal difference is +19, ours is +11. So yeah, we would still technically be in fifth, but with a game in hand. Yeah, I mean that, you know, the league. Well, and also let's be perfectly honest here. We'd be only one win behind Manchester United as well, having played equal points, having played equal games. Sorry, and Man United have got. This may be a factor for today. Man United are playing, obviously, got to play AC Milan on Thursday as well. Then they've got the FA Cup quarter final coming up. You know, this is busy time for for Man United.
Anyway, you ready for the team? Fabianski in goal, and we're playing with our back three, if you like, of Diop, Dawson, and Creswell, with wing backs of Soufal and Ben Johnson. No surprises yet. Midfield trio of Declan Rice, Thomas Souček, and Mark Noble. Pablo Fornals is injured. He was a doubt. It was revealed earlier on. And then a front two of Jared Bowen or Mikel Antonio. Now, I say a front two. I'm just guessing that this is the lineup. Gonzo, what's your thoughts?
Well, it looks a workmanlike team. There's not really any fantasy in there, is there? There's not. There's no Lanzini. I heard earlier this morning Lanzini was possibly injured for this one as well. I take it he's
on the bench.
Oh, is he?
All
right.
Bench,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, so obviously Ben Rama not being involved there. It looks workmanlike, Jed. It doesn't mean we won't attack, of course. I mean, the width looks the problem here. Just looking at it there. Where's the width on the left coming from, you know?
The thing is, though, the second half against Man United in the FA Cup, we played this formation. I thought we played very well. Mark Noble played the whole game, that game as well.
Yeah, look, it's not particularly Noble's inclusion per se. I would understand that if... Yeah, it's just. I just think it does look a little bit workmanlike. That's all I would say on that. I mean, we're going to battle them. We're going to battle them really, really hard. And there's no reason that Bowen can't have a really good game in this. So, and Mark Noble as well. We're going to make it tough for them in central midfield. You can see this is going to be the case. You know, it's got to keep Fernandez quiet. I think this is really the key here. You know, but every time I've seen Greenwood as well, he just looks such a good player. They've got a lot of really good players, mate.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a good formation. I think this is the right formation. It would have been better with Fornals instead of Mark Noble in there, but he's injured, so it's a case of what can you do? And I think Noble is the logical thing to do, to put in there. Like I said in the Mark Noble videos, oh my goodness, Tottenham nearly equalised in the 89th minute. It's been cleared off the line by someone with a header. What a block that was. Sorry. But yeah, we haven't had, the key thing for me is when we played Man United both games, we've not had Mikel Antonio. Antonio hasn't been available to us, so we've got him tonight. So that'd be interesting. I'd fancy Antonio's chances up against Maguire and Lindelof, assuming they play. But I don't know. I'm okay with that lineup. It's not the best lineup we've seen, but it was never going to be the best lineup because Jesse Lingard can't play. So we were never going to be at full strength, out of our hands. Fornals is injured, so we've got a bit of an issue. I think given the personnel available, I think it's the best thing to do, being honest with you. Say Ben Rama's unlucky, but where do you put him? Where do you put Ben Rama if you're playing this formation? This is on the assumption it's a two up front, by the way. I don't really want to see Antonio up front, Bowen on the right, and then Mark Noble on the left. I don't want to see that. That's my worry. Yeah,
well, that's the thing. In which case, you know, Johnson's got to provide. It's a big ask on him to provide that width. That being said, we also know that Cresswell will sort of maraud into that position and put in crosses from there. So, I mean, it is going to be interesting. I think we need to get a lot of shots in this game. We are going to need to get a lot of shots because we're going to need to get some corners. We need to get some set plays. That's going to be really important. That being said, last time we played him, Maguire was it that game or a game before? Whatever. I do think Maguire handled our aerial capabilities quite well. So we need to find a way around that, really.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Anyway, the West Ham bench, before we take a look at the Man United team, is David Martin, Nathan Trott, 2 goalies again, Fabian Balbuena, Frederick Alves, Connor Coventry, Manuel Lanzini, Said Benrahma, and Mipo Odebeko. Oh, quite a lot of youth on there. Not the best. Not the strongest bench, I don't think.
No, not at all. Actually, it does look. You've got to get 2 goalkeepers on it. But then David Moyes was talking about the bubble, wasn't he? And having to keep players in certain bubbles. And so I think these are the guys that would have been training in and around the first team. And he can't. Well, that only would have been more youth, of course. What he was saying is once they're bubbled up in that under 23s, they can't really come over to the to train with the first team squad anyway. So our hands are tied, really, mate. We just do not have an awful lot of strength in depth, really.
I struggle to see the subs. We're losing. We've got Lanzini and Ben Rama. That's about it. I know people say we've got Odebeko. I don't think he'll bring him on. He brought him on last time at Old Trafford, and he was awful. The reality was he was really poor. I know he's a young man and deserves a chance, but I'm not sure we'd see him. So the first 11 kind of got to do it today, because that bench is. It's not even defensively. We've got no fullback on the bench. We've got 2 centre backs on there. But that's it. Have we even got 9 players on the bench? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 8 players. We don't even have 9 players on the bench.
Wow.
It's not even a full bench. If Charlie's text is right, which I believe it is, then yeah, we've only got 8 players on the bench. We don't even have enough as the full squad. Anyway, do you want the Man U team?
Yeah, go on, mate. Bring it on.
Dean Henderson in goal, because obviously David De Gea is still in Spain. David De Gea had a child. It's not that old yet. He had a baby a couple of weeks ago, so he's with his family.
It's a miracle.
The back 4 is Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, and Shaw, with a midfield 2 of Fred and McTominay, an attacking trio of, well, according to One Football, this is how they're lined up. I think it's different. An attacking trio of midfield of Greenwood, Fernandes, and James, with a striker, Marcus Rashford. Personally, I think Rashford will start on the left, James on the right, and Greenwood up front. I think that's how they line up. A strong team.
It is a strong team, yeah. That being said, I mean, look, Fernandes is a massive threat. He really is. And Rashford and Greenwood have already spoken about. But actually, the midfield of Fred and McTominay, we've got to be able to get amongst them. I don't feel that. I think that Declan Rice is Declan's time to sort of impose himself on McTominay. Actually, they often get compared, and I think he should. I mean, Shaw worries me as well. They've got just a lot of good players. Shaw's been playing really, really well. Very good, but they have been playing a lot of games, Gio. They have been playing a lot of games, and Solskjaer's going to want to get. It's funny to hear him speak actually in the press conference, because he's very much speaking like first place had gone, So as you can expect, you look at the points tally. So I don't know. There is going to be a point where he wants to get to save some legs or do something for the European game. It's just how long we can keep this game tight for. That's if we don't start quick. We start quick and we score, then it really is game on. We just don't need to concede early in this one, mate.
The bench for Manchester United: Brandon Williams, Lee Grant, Nathan Bishop, Diallo, Eric Bailly, Alex Telles, Shola Shorter-Retire, Matic, and Tuzambi. That's the Man United bench there. They've got a much stronger bench, but it's a good Man United team. I think it's expected. I think the only one on there, I say a surprise, it was a 50-50, is Marcus Rashford. I think you could predict the other 10 in there. I think, like I said, I think James will be on the right, Rashford up on the left, and Greenwood up front. It's not the best Man United team I've ever seen. I think they're there to be got at. I think Lindelof and Maguire will struggle with Antonio's pace. We have to try and utilise his pace as much as possible. Get that ball over the top, get it played in between the fullback and centre-back, and let him run onto it. Let him have a foot race against those centre-backs, because Maguire is fantastic in the air. Antonio will have his work cut out with him. It'll be a good battle between them two. But on the deck, Antonio thrashes him for speed. Maguire reads the game very well. So, but my worry is where the creativity is coming from today, because you look at that midfield, and Souček and Rice are both industrious, but neither of them are really the type of player that will open up a defence. You've got Soufal and Ben Johnson coming down the wings. Again, both good players, both will give everything, but neither are someone you'd expect to create a lot of chances. So that puts a lot of pressure on Martin Noble. Again, that's someone you'd expect to create a lot of chances. So then it's up to almost a Bowen and Antonio to make something work between them. They've almost got to do something. We could be relying on a set-piece goal in this game, which is no bad thing. When you're good at them like we are, it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. I think Man United's last 3 goals they conceded at Old Trafford have come through set pieces. But in order to score through a set piece, you've got to get set pieces. You've got to win free kicks outside the area. You've got to get corners and do that. You need to get up the pitch. But how are you feeling? You've seen both lineups. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be tough. I really do. Their team looks better than ours, mate. But I do think we got momentum. I do think we got. I think we'll actually be buoyed by that cup defeat. As strange as it sounds, we held them for a very, very long time. They got other fish to fry. We've had a rest. They haven't. Antonio's going to be fitter. We do have things going for us as well. But it is going to be really tough, mate. That's a strong team. Solskjaer wants to win this game. That much is clear.
I'm feeling all right for it. The Lingard, it depends when you found out Fornals was injured, of course. But we knew Jesse Lingard was unavailable when we signed Jesse Lingard. So as soon as the Leeds game was finished, we would have been prepared for this game without Jesse Lingard. He would not have been involved in training. And if anything, when you do your set piece routine, that Lingard would have almost been in the opposite team for this one. So he would have been tested the likes of Diop and Dawson in training this week. So that's not necessarily bad. Well, it is a bad thing not having Jesse, but it's not a surprise. So we've had to prepare for this. Boys probably knew this was going to be the formation before we even played Leeds United. He probably knew 10 of them, 11 were starting. The Fornals and Noble one was probably the only thing that he's been sort of forced into sort of changing from his ideal starting 11. It's not the best Man United team in the world. It really isn't the best Man United team. They've got talent, though. They've got talent in there. They've got the best player in the pitch on Bruno Fernandes. But if we're up for it and we stay organised and we do what we did to Man City, I fancy it, in all honesty. I fancy us. I said 1-1 in the preview. Gonzo, did you know Charlie predicted a West Ham win in the preview? Usually it's the negative one.
Yeah, I familiarised myself and I watched. I spent the morning catching up on a lot of videos. Put it that way. So yes, I know, and I noticed you were trying closely maybe to amend yours this morning.
Yeah, I was just surprised. He's normally the one that's a bit not sure about this one, but now even he's fancying a win. Right, bet time. So for those that are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, drop a like on it and everything. What we're going to do now is we're going to chuck a few things into Bet365, pull up some odds, stick a $5 on it, and if it wins, we're going to give it away to someone in the live chat. We'll tell you how to get involved in just a second, but what you feeling, Gonzo? What you feeling?
I don't think there's going to be lots of goals. Okay. I think we will score, though. I think we will score. And if you want a goal scorer, it's going to be one of my two favourites. It's going to be Souček or Antonio. Souček's due a goal. He's scored plenty, but you know what I mean. I'm happy with him. All right, let's go with that.
Anything else you fancy?
It's tough. I think. Do we predict a card for Mark Noble? I don't know.
Can do if you wish.
Maybe.
Right, Mark Noble card. Anything else?
No, go on. You choose one.
Let me just have a little look. I put a card in for Man United, not a particular player, but just Man United to get a card. Kavanagh's a referee. He's all right. He's not the best for cards. He's not the worst. He's very average. Average is about 2.9 yellow cards per game. So he's all right, middle of the road. That's all right, actually. We'll do that. We'll go for that one. Right, so Mark Noble to get a yellow card, Thomas Souček to score a goal, and Man United to get a card, anyone to get booked, 150 quid if that wins. £150 to someone in the live chat. Gonzo, what's the phrase?
Cresswell's Matic hat.
Get that into the live chat. Whack it in the live chat. Put that phrase in the live chat. And if it wins, we're going to give £130 to somebody in the live chat. Right, Gonzo, you've seen both lineups. Yep. What's your score prediction? Are you feeling a win?
No, I am feeling a 1-1 though. I think we can run them close. I'm hoping we can pummel them to submission, and almost they might be happy to accept that. But we need to make it a tough game. We need to bully them. We need to show that we're the fit team. We're not going to be quicker than them. There's no doubt about that. But I want to see our big players turn up. When I say our big players, I mean players like Dawson and Declan Rice. Declan Rice has got a huge game today. I believe this. So if Antonio, if he's a little bit fitter, he is going to be a real handful today. So yeah, I'm going to go with a 1-1.
1-1. Oh, that's what I said in the preview, but I've sort of changed since for absolutely no reason. I've just got a little bit more confident as the week's gone on, and I'm predicting a 2-1. I'm going to stick with my 2-1 prediction. 1-1 was my original gut feeling. I fancy a scoring anyway, but I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, the live chat, get your comments in as well. We're going to get your comments, see what you're thinking. You can talk about the West Ham lineup, the Man United lineup, your score predictions. Get it in. Get them on the screen and have a little look. Jason says we should have learned from the FA Cup game. Don't be too negative. Ben Rama should have started. What do you make about dropping Said Ben Rama? Because against Leeds, I thought he was arguably our best attacking player, to be honest with you. I was disappointed when he got subbed off, and I thought when he got subbed off, I thought our attack died. I can't remember crossing the halfway line when he went off.
Well, first of all, it works against Leeds, but I did feel the same as well when he sort of hooked him off. I thought, wow, come on, it's he was turning. I thought he was turning and running really, really well at them. Clearly, Moyes is thinking he'll keep it tight and he'll bring Ben Rama on, but Ben Rama's not. I mean, he's got some assists. Don't get me wrong, but Ben Rama could really do with getting his first goal. And it's almost, you could almost understand him bringing Ben Rama on had Ben Rama had a few goals behind him, like bring Ben Rama on to win the game. But Ben Rama, it's going to be really hard for him to do that. And I think he tries to keep his chin up, sort of thing, when he's being brought off. But it's, David Moyes is, you just get the impression that David Moyes, he's just the first person he likes to hook off, isn't it, really? But then again, that was Bowen for a while, wasn't it? He was always taking Bowen off. At least I guess in the last game, he didn't start Bowen. He started Ben Rama. So it's a shame. I would have liked to have seen him today. I thought he would play.
Yeah, I get it, but there's nowhere to put him. If we are playing with two up front, I don't see a position for him really. Stephen Lizette says, I guess if we had Ben Rama and Lanzini as options off the bench. We have them off the bench. We'd only been Lanzini if Ben Rama started. Yeah, but there'd be someone else on the bench, Steve. We don't just get to start all 12. If you start in centre forward, Bowen would be the option off the bench. I get what he's saying. I think Ben Rama probably is our biggest game changer, though, which is a bit of a strange thing. I know what you're saying, but actually, if I saw Bowen coming on or Lanzini coming on and we needed a goal, I'd be like, But actually, seeing Ben Rama come on and we need a goal, I do think, all right, here we go. We've got someone that can get the ball, can dribble, can gain 30 yards in one move. He hasn't scored. He's come bloody close. He's hit the woodwork a couple of times as well. He's been really sort of at it. He's just been unlucky. But like you said, he needs that one goal. James Gunn, having said that, Moyes has proven me wrong a lot this season, so hopefully he does it again.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Alex saying that people struggling with football knowledge today. Man United base our tactics against counter-attacking, so we go super attacking against them. We would get counter-attack. Ben Rama won't have room today. James has more Ben Rama over Noble. I'm yet to see what Noble offers that Ben Rama doesn't, but hopefully Moyes proves him right. Ian says Noble's played well number 10 the last two times he's been there against Man U. Let's just trust David Moyes. Stevie C, for many weeks, results been in our favour. We now need to do ourselves a favour.
Yeah.
Leo said he wanted to see Ben Rama up against Wan-Bissaka. And Simon's asking where Fornals is. He's injured. He's injured, mate. He's not in the squad at all.
He would have started.
I think he would have. David says I would have gone with this formation lineup, but switch Noble and Ben Rama and play him and Bowen off Antonio. I can see why Moyes has gone with Noble. I think he's done all right this season. Unfortunately for him, he's 3 starts. Noble. We've lost two of them. The other one I think was a draw, but we were losing when he went off the pitch. But I think he's done okay. And if I remember correctly, when we played. Was it Man U in the FA Cup, actually? Noble started advanced, but he sort of finished the game almost like sitting deeper than Rice and Souček, actually. He almost retreated a little bit, and he actually started playing in front of the defence. And I thought that worked much better. I liked Noble in that role, passing the ball, keeping the ball. And I liked Souček to push up a little bit. And I hope that's what we see today. I hope if there is an attacking centre midfielder, it's Souček. I don't want to see Mark Noble doing it. I don't want to see Noble chasing down Lindelof or anything like that. I want him in the middle of the park, just getting the ball from the centre-backs and keeping play ticking over, because he's probably the best player in our squad at it. Doesn't mean that Rice or that's bad. I just think Noble's better at it than they are. KM, once again, Moyes has shown that he wants to avoid defeat. In a weekend when Chelsea, Everton and Tottenham have dropped points, he's shown he's too conservative and cautious. Johnson shouldn't be so high.
The last talking about Johnson, I was thinking just about so foul there as well. But they are going to really need to get up the pitch to provide width, these two, for when we do attack. And it's a hell of an ask, actually. It's a hell of an ask, particularly for Johnson as well. It's a really big game for him. He always seems to play against the big teams as well.
You'll like that comment.
He'll work hard for starts. This is a team we can trust, but trust in Moyes. I do think that Moyes has earned this. Moyes has earned the trust. There's no doubt about it. We have sat here many times this season, like James Gunn alluded to a minute ago. We've sat here many times this season thinking, I don't like this team. I don't fancy this. Is it enough? He's already played Man U enough times this season. He will have learned something about them. I'm pretty sure he'll have a trick up his sleeve as well.
Lewis says, I think Noble will play well. He usually plays well in games you'd expect to be too much for him. Just worry about the lack of a tricky midfielder today that can make space. That's my biggest worry as well, the lack of creativity. Who's going to be the one that gets that crossing or whatever. But saying that, Soufal's set up Antonio a couple of times from crosses. I think Soufal's crossing, I could be wrong, I think him and Creswell in the top 10 for their crosses being met by someone of their own teammate. I think we, as a pairing, though M2's fullbacks are the best fullbacks in the league for crossing, Creswell and Soufal, not Johnson, Creswell, that is.
Yeah.
I think they're the best. I think Man United are second, funny enough. I do think Man United are right behind us. I think Luke Shaw might be the number one fullback, but Wan-Bissaka's like further down than R2. So that's what sort of gives it up. This is interesting. Kylo says Rice will be free of leadership today.
Good point. Good point.
Is that a good thing? Possibly. He gets a bit ratty sometimes, Rice, doesn't he?
I really thought I'd give it any thought at all, actually. Yeah, that is interesting. That is really interesting. Maybe it's not even that. Maybe he'll want to. I mean, look, he's got great respect for Noble, but maybe he will want to prove and put in an extra big performance. Say, look, I'm, in a polite way, want to say, look, I'm the governor now, sort of thing. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I do think it's interesting. I think I've not had a problem with Rice as captain, by the way. I think he's a fantastic captain, really, really good. But there's been a couple of times where he took a stupid booking against someone because he lost his head with one of our teammates. Remember, was it Ben Rama gave the ball away, and you can see him cursing, and then he absolutely. It was Liverpool. It was Liverpool because then he absolutely walloped Curtis Jones out or something. Then the goal. Yeah. Liverpool's goal was because someone ran past him and he couldn't put his foot in because he just got a yellow card. But also, we have to consider, Mark Noble just signed his new contract. Noble's almost got to justify now signing that 1-year contract extension. He doesn't have to justify being given it, perhaps, but in his open letter to the fans, he said, I wouldn't have signed that if I wasn't confident in my own ability, the fact that I can keep going and stuff. Well, actually, if you turn up the following game, you turn up and put in a stinker, it's not going to look good. There's a bit of pressure on him today, actually, to almost sort of back up his own words. Does he have, like you said, Moyes have got credit in the bank? Does Noble have credit in the bank? Oh, absolutely. Of course he does. But, you've to some extent, you've still got to justify what you're doing. He's not going to be playing when he's 40. He's not going to keep signing contracts because he's got credit in the bank. At some point, he's got to say, right, that's enough. I've had it now. But he's not said that. He said, I can keep going. I'm going to keep going. And he's got to start from the manager today. And he's got to do his manager justice by putting him in that starting 11. Big game. Lewis says Souček is due a goal. Corner snipe will be massive. We need to take our chances. There probably won't be many clear-cut ones. Jonathan Bowen starts. He's one of our main set-piece takers, someone we've not had for the last couple of games, but you could perceive that as a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't want to see a silly one. We're not going to get many, as Lewis is alluding to, there ain't going to be many that come along our way. The first one that we get needs to be swung into the box. It really does. No funny routines or unless it's a good one and they score from it. But I do want to see the ball hung up for, Dawson or Souček's head the ball in.
Todd says that Bowen has to step up again. He's amazing when he's in form. He wants to see Ben Rama score the winner. Leo said he would like to see Lingard's reaction from Man U and when Man U score and from when we score. In all honesty, I don't want to see his reaction. I hate stuff like that, because what you're doing is, say Man U score and he applauds, or even if he goes, oh, well done, lads, right? Then West Ham score and they don't show Lingard. What it does do is it sets him up to fall. It sets him up as a bad guy, really. Or even the other way around. Man U score, he doesn't do anything. West Ham score and he gives it a little fist pump or something. I don't want to see any of that because we as football fans sometimes get a little bit annoyed that players are too far away from the fan base these days. But then we seem insistent. We seem like we have to string up footballers sometimes. When they show a little bit of personality, it's like, whoa. We don't want any of that. We want robots in this game. Get out of here with your personality. Just leave him be. Let him be. I'm sure he'll be there. Let him enjoy it. Let him go back and say hello to the Marcus Rashford and people like that who are his mates. Let him go back and see his mates. Let him have a good time. Let him just enjoy the game of football against two clubs who he loves. I do think he loves West Ham already. So, leave Jesse alone is what I say. Anyway. Yeah. Dave Goodyear, hopefully Man U won't score and Jesse Lingard. There's always that option.
That's true. That is true, Dave. That is true.
Russ is out listening while he walks a dog and working off this Sunday roast.
I bet it was a good one.
Jamie says this game could be interesting. Pack out in the middle of the park and slow them down, then hopefully frustrate them a lot. Ian said he hopes to see Meepo or Coventry get 10 to 15 minutes. Surely it depends on the context, though. If
Yes.
we're winning 1-0, I don't want to see them, in all honesty.
No. 4-0 up, bring them on.
4-0 down, bring them on. Bevan says, why doesn't Moyes give an opportunity to Lanzini? It was his goal against Tottenham that turned our season round. He did, though. He got one against Sheffield United, and I thought he was okay, but he wasn't man of match or anything. He didn't do enough to...
No, he's going for players that he really trusts here. This is what he's doing.
Leo said, I think the 3 centre midfielders would be stopping playing through the lines. That's what Milan did on Thursday. Chippy says that at some point we have to stop worrying and trust our players to take the game to Man United. Jason, win or lose tonight, loving this year's team. Maybe Man United hit the woodwork multiple times instead of us. Anyway, start getting your score predictions in. Start getting your score predictions in as well. Frank says, last few games when Benrahma come off the bench, everyone around Benrahma was tired for him to do anything. That's true. There's nothing more frustrating than seeing Benrahma run and there's no one in the box to cross it to because they're
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Yeah. Well, you're almost asking him to do it single-handed, really, aren't you? He's going to have to.
I've got a 5-minute game for you. I said 5-minute one, a 2-minute one. When I was doing the preview, I sort of said it to... I was doing the opposition view for the patrons, actually, and I did the Man United team, who... I got all of them right, actually. I got 11 out of 11 for the Man United opposition view. I thought I did all right. But anyway, when I was doing it, and I sort of say what I think their weakness is, and I was thinking, well, if you did a combined Man U and West Ham 11, I think there's at least 5 West Ham players that are getting into there. Because would you take Wan-Bissaka over Soufal?
Oh, that's a tight one. That's a tough one. Maybe not on recent form. I think Dawson are getting the Man U team.
Do you? Because I was going to say, who would you play? If everyone was fit, if Ogbonna was fit, who would you pick as your 2 centre-backs?
Well, okay. Yeah, I think Maguire would get in there. Maguire plays on the left, basically, doesn't he? So you probably would play Maguire and Dawson.
So there's still 1 West Ham player. Your 2 centre midfielders, you'd have to go Rice and Souček.
You'd absolutely have to. Yeah.
And then the funny thing is, would you put in Jesse Lingard, West Ham's Jesse Lingard?
Rather than Fernandes?
Well, rather than Dan James.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, I think Lingard would get in over Dan James. Yeah, that's for sure.
What would your attacking 4 be? Fernandes is in there, but who's your other 3?
Well, I think Lingard would make it. I think
Rashford.
Rashford would.
I'd probably put Cavani up front, or Cavani or Antonio. I wouldn't do Martial, honestly.
It's whether you put Greenwood in there, isn't it? Who's very talented, but he's not had the whole season doing it. He's mega talented though, so we can. There are players. We do have players that, and I guess that's a first for a while. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. Anyway, all it says Soufal, Ogbonna, Souček, Rice, and Antonio all getting the Man United team, possibly Fabianski too. So this is Ben's 11. Ben's 11 is Henderson, Soufal, Bali. Bali's an out. I don't know about that. Ogbonna, Shaw, Rice, Souček, Fernandes, Rashford, West Ham's Lingard, and Cavani. I mean, it's funny, isn't it? It's not there's not that much between us. We're all missing Pogba. But Pogba's almost like damaged goods. You can't have him because it doesn't work, does it? You can't have him. Anyway, this score predictions, right? Let me flick back and let me get some score predictions, see what you're all saying. Teapot, 3-2 West Ham. Dave, 2-1 West Ham. 1-0 West Ham, 2-2, 0-0. Lewis is 2-1 Man United, 2-1 West Ham, 5-0 West Ham. Alex is 2-0 West Ham, 2-2, 2-1 West Ham. There's a lot of West Ham biasm going on, but I think it's great to see this optimism. These are usual games. I would say to you, bonus points. But it's not really, is it? We are now competing with our class, essentially.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we've put ourselves in this position. We've put ourselves in a really, really good position now. We're just over a quarter of the season to go. We're up there. Yeah, there's no more bonus points. We've come this far. We might as well go for it now. We might as well really go for it. Who knows if we'll get this opportunity again? Look, we've got a lot of fit players. I know we've got some players out. We've got a lot of fit players. We can beat them, mate. We can beat them.
Anyway, before we disappear, we've got a watch along coming up. Don't go anywhere. It's the same video. Don't go anywhere. Before we disappear, just a massive thank you to everyone who's joined our Patreon recently. We've had a lot of new sign-ups. Go go to patreon.com/hammerchat. The link is in the description below if you wish to see more. Gonzo, would you take a point right now? I've got 2 questions regarding the point. The first one is, actually, let me change it around. I'll ask a different one. Would you be happy with a point? Full time goes 1-1. Your prediction's right. Are you happy?
Yeah. I think I would be. Yes, I'd be happy then. Yeah.
Would you take it right now?
No, because I think we can win, but I would be happy with one.
That's what I think. I think a point is a good point now, especially the results around us. Tottenham got beat, by the way. Tottenham got beat by Arsenal. Chelsea drew with Leeds. Everton got beat by Burnley. That means a point tonight. Actually, I think a point becomes an excellent point. I think it is. I think it's a really, really good point. We've probably had the most difficult game out of the 4 teams, including us, and only 2 of us have got a point out of it. I think a point would be excellent, but I'd still gamble it as well. A bit like yourself, I'd gamble it. I would gamble it. I think we've got a bit about us this season. I'm really looking forward to it. Anyway, I shall see you for the review, Gonzo. We'll get off the screen and we'll get Charlie involved in just a second. Anyway, myself and Gonzo are going to disappear, and Charlie's coming up, and we'll catch you in just a bit. Anyway, but before Charlie comes on, I was waiting for Gonzo to go. Gonzo's gone. Just want to say thank you to people that's put in the super chat. Obviously tonight I've avoided the Gonzo topic for a reason, because I've discussed it beforehand. He said he wasn't too sure, and I said, "Come on, we won't talk about stuff like that." And he's not read the live chat at all. That's why if anyone's putting a comment that says something about Gonzo, that's why I've not clicked on it, because I don't want to make him upset. But I just want to say thank you to Josh, Bobby66, Farmer Chris, Louise, and Essex Hammer. They've all put in some money into the super chat during the build-up show, and I want to acknowledge them, but I didn't want to click on them because some of them are related to Gonzo. so I was stuck a little bit. I was in a rock and a hard place. But anyway, that's your shout-outs. Josh, Bobby66, Farmer Chris, Louis, and Essex Hammer. Massive thank you for your super chats. I am now going to disappear, and Charlie's going to come right up with the watch launch. Don't go anywhere. And I'll see you at full time with Gonzo for the review, hopefully celebrating 3 points for West Ham. Catch you in a bit.
That's right. Thank you, Geo. And thank you, of course, to Stuart Moritz Accountants. They are the work people who we bring this with a collaboration with every single week. They're here because a West Ham fan hooked us up. Person accountants, corporate accountants, whatever you want, they could do it. Stuart Morris Accountants, they're here, and so am I. Thank you very much, Geo. Thank you very much, Gonzo. Welcome everybody to the Ham's Chat watch along. It's Man United versus West Ham. It's a big one. It is a big one, and I can't lie to you, I'm very excited. As I'm changing stuff in the background, just very briefly. Hello. I hope you are all well. I hope you're all hyped. I am. If you saw the preview, you saw that I predicted a 1-0 win, which for me is madness. It's complete and utter madness. I never would predict a 1-0 win usually, yet for some reason right now, there's this course of positivity flowing through me where I'm like, Moyes has got this, we've got this, we're taking it. We're taking it on. Do I know any good accountants? Yeah, I do. Stuart Morris, mate. I used to be able to say me. I used to be the good accountant, but yeah, not Charlie. Can we have Gonzo back, says Luke Legend? Tough. I'm here in your face. Anyway, Alex Stepp, good question. Am I still predicting the lineup am I still predicting win after seeing the lineup? So the lineups, just in case you joined late and you didn't see them, are Fabianski, Kufal, Dawson, Diop, Cresswell, Johnson, Rice, Souček, Noble, Bowen, Antonio. Versus Man United's lineup of Henderson, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, Fred McTominay, James Fernandes, Rashford, Greenwood. I'm still going to stick with my 1-0. I'm still going to stick with my 1-0, despite the fact it's a bit nerve-wracking for me. I'm still going to stick with the 1-0. I think we're good enough to keep them out. It's just about scoring the goals. We don't have that front line that we usually have, but I think we'll keep them out. So I'm going to stick with 1-0. Chris Top, I love you all. Coming on, let's have it. Thank you very much, Chris. Appreciate it. £5 in for the kitty. We appreciate it very much. Thank you very much. Peach is in. Peach, what I would say to you, sir, check your emails. I emailed you, Peach. Have a little gander. Hello, Mike. How are you? I'm well, thank you. I'm well. Eating some fruit today, so that was fun. Not much else. The bacon sandwich, actually, that's a lie. I had bacon sandwich and fruit, but I'm well. How are you, fella? How are you? And hello to everyone in the chat. Let's have a quick hello to everyone. Right. Hello to Peach, 80s Geezer, Alan Rodneys, Alex Stepp, Andy Smith, Anthony, Arthur, Beardy Man Poet, Black Ness, Bobby 66, Carl, Chippy 999, Chris, Green Chris, Topper, Chuck, Dave Baverstock, David Burley, David Goodyear, David Duvet Dancer, Each and Everything, Eddie Duffy, El Hombre Elgar, F Todd, Feels, Andy Man, Forge from Iron, good to see you. Subscribe if you haven't already, of course. Fro, Sheezy, Frank J, Jeff Watson, Hammers Mickey, Hammerton, Harry Boss, Harry Parker, Harry Boss, sorry, Ibra, JTV, Jamie Ferguson, Jamie Green, Caden Smick, Kev something. I apologize. Kristen, Lee Turnbull, Leon, Lord Goose, Lewis Booty, Luke Legend, Mido, Migsy, Mike Manera, AM Life, Visual Moss, Patrick Ray, Robert Rustboss, Schizo Bass, Scott B, Sewing Machine Workshop, Steve Helson, Steve Zeiss, Stevie C, Steve Sus X, Tebow, Wally World, Will Bex, Woolly Jumper, X Anton. Hello to everyone in the live chat. Currently, if I didn't say hello to you, it's because the chat was moving in a weird way and too fast and I couldn't keep up. But hopefully that's everyone. I hope you're all well. Now, you've heard me. I'm confident. I'm relatively confident. I can't lie to you. You know, there's a bit of nerves to an extent about this match. We can't act like it doesn't exist. We can't act like there's no nerves whatsoever. I really do genuinely believe we have enough to keep him out. I do genuinely believe we have enough to keep him out. And if that's the case, then all it takes is one chance. And I reckon we will get that chance. So I'm going to stick with the 1-0 for now. At any point, sorting out background stuff. I think we're going to get that chance at some point. And so if it happens, it happens. Glenn, thank you very much for the £20, my friend. Appreciate it, sir. Let's play a bit of sub bingo, shall we? Sub bingo is, of course, the game where we predict what minute David Moyes will make a substitution and when he will make it. Ladies and gentlemen, when is your sub bingo? I'm going to stick with my 69. And then I'll look just very briefly at our bench once more. I'm saying, you'll see why I'm laughing in a second. I'm saying it will be 69 minutes, no ball for Ben Rama. That's my sub bingo. Get your sub bingos in, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see you, Irish Tommy. Ben Cargill also here. Hello, sir. English for all. These are people I didn't say hello to. Migsy, I don't think I said hello to as well. Hello, everyone. Right, as we welcome onto the watch along, he lives in Liverpool, but you can't take him out of Dagenham mentally. It's Ray Boreham. The timing's beautiful. The internet is not. Ray, can you hear me? Hello, how are you?
I can hear you. My internet's still shit, by the way.
I can tell. Ray, I'm gonna lob some sub bingos while you carry on. I think you're cooking right now. Why are you carry on doing that? Halftime says Doovie Dancer 69-42, 61st 59, 57, 67, 61st 25, 76. Oh, love that. Love that. Get. I need a cup of tea, but I haven't got any flipping mugs clean. That's a problem for me. 45 minutes, no ball, 37, 58, 63. Where are we at? 63. The chat is moving very fast right now, so I apologize if I miss any of yours. 81st, 35. Benny on for Noble, 61st minute, 77th. Dawson again, header from a set piece, 1-0 Irons. Come on, Dave. Dave knows. 64, 67. Go on.
I was going to say, can we also have a little question in the chat? Milking first or milking last? Anyone puts it in first, they're wrong.
Milking first. I'm just going to say it. Now. This is maybe a bold thing to say, you know, and it's not something other YouTubers would do. But I'm going to say it. If you put your milk in first, don't watch this. Get off. Get out of it. Dislike the video and leave. I'm not okay with it. It's wrong. You put the milk in last very clearly. The one thing I'll accept putting in after the milk is the sugar. And even then, I'm struggling. Do you know what I mean? The milk has to go in last. It's just madness. It's just pure madness. Ray, what are you saying? How are you feeling for tonight? Confident? His internet's a mess up there. It's a bit of a... Once we get Ray back, we will ask him his questions.
Yeah.
Go on, say it again, Ray.
I was going to say, I am confident. I'm a bit concerned about the options of substitutions that Moyes has got. Let me make sure this is on mute so you don't get.
Thank you.
all
I appreciate
told off from YouTube.
I and all of us appreciate that.
Yeah. I reckon we'll do well. I think we're stamp them out. I just think they've got a lot of options on the bench to come off compared to us. So we need our first 11 to do well, as Geo said earlier. But I'm excited. I'm not nervous.
I'm
How do you feel?
hyped. I really genuinely think we've got a chance here. Like usually against Man United, you look at it as like this is bonus points. This is if you get anything from it, grand. You weren't expecting anything from it from the start. So if you get anything, oh, what a time to be alive. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, no, we go for this. We get it going. You know, we have an opportunity here. I think we will keep them out. I'm confident that I know. I saw some Man United fans in the chat a second ago asking if. And sorry, I didn't pull your comment up. It's because it zoomed by so quickly. But speaking about if Man United were going to hit us on the break and everything like that, that's probably the case. They are probably going to do that. That's how Man United play. And actually, to be fair, Bruno Fernandes and Rashford playing makes me feel a little bit different. But I honestly, genuinely believe that we've got this. I really genuinely do. I think we are going to nail them. I think we will keep them out. We kept Manchester City at their best out. We can keep this Man United team out. And then once that is, all it takes is a single opportunity. We've got Antonio up front. It can happen. I'm confident.
Oh.
What I'll say is this, and this is an announcement for you as much as it is for all the patrons. If you're a patron out there, thank you. Patreon.com/HammersChat. What I would say is tomorrow there will be a Two Spanners special. Because not only will it be me and Ray and a patron guest, it will be Peach. Peach will be the guest. I can officially announce this now. Peach will be the guest tomorrow on Two Spanners, One Hammer. So obviously you stick around. We're here for the live. We're live for the entire duration of the match. We'll give you all your opinions, everything. We have the review after. But if you're looking for that special something, that left field opinion, Peach tomorrow on Two Spanners, One Hammer. If you're a patron, that's patreon.com/HammersChat, of course. The earlier in the month to join, the better it is. The bang for your buck is stronger. It will be Peach. Peach, good hype. So has the lineups changed? Because we spoke about the match and everything else. Has the lineups changed how confident you are at all? Like, are you scared? And now, for example, how do you feel about Noble starting?
So I'm still hyped about you saying Peaches is on tomorrow's show.
I've just received the email confirmation of it happening. So I just wanted to let you know.
Is the email confirmation as good as you expected?
It's even better. I'll email it. I'll show you it to you. I'll show it to you later.
Can't wait. Peach, I love you, guy. I'm excited. As for like, do you know what? I sort of got a hint with Moyes' comments midweek when he was talking about the game and the build-up. And the way he said about Noble, he's got a lot more in him to play than just like cups and bit parts. So I sort of guessed Noble would be in the team. Now, obviously, with Fornals injured, it makes more sense that he's in it. So, yeah, I'm not necessarily concerned or worried. I feel like Noble's going to have to prove his worth and show us that he's got more in him next season than just cup games. So he's going to want a bit. It's a Manchester game. He's always up for a Manchester game. So I'm excited. I'm hyped.
Fair. Lewis Davis on Facebook asking if we're going to bring the game live. We'll be live during the game, but in the Discord, in the link below. First of all, hello to everyone watching on Facebook. Nice to see you. We never really talk to you, so hello. In the link below, in the description, there is a thing called Discord. You click that, you join that, and there will be options in there for you in the stream link section to watch it. If you don't have Sky Sports, which of course it is legally being shown on this afternoon or this evening, I guess. Noble's an interesting one. It's just, do you know what it is? It's less Noble playing, and it's more that the lack of other attacking players we have because of it. I love Mark Noble. I'm happy to see him play. Like you say, he's always up for a Manchester game. I always like him in the big games anyway. I feel like he brings a little bit of something. I'm all about going in 2-footed occasionally, and I'm fine with Noble doing that. But it just means that we've only got Bowen and Antonio on really as out-and-out attacking players, and that's a bit disappointing for me. I would have liked to seen us gone for it. I'd like to seen us step to them a little bit more than we are because of the formation. But that's not to say it can't not work. That's not to say it can't not work.
Yeah, well, I kind of see Ben Johnson pushing forward a lot more. Sorry, the Hammers Chat Ax is going off.
Another benefit you get if you are on the Hammers Chat Patreon, if you're on the top tier, there's a WhatsApp group with all the other take. We have lots of conversations on there all of the time. Come get involved. Sorry, carry on. I just felt like I should promote that. Doesn't get spoken about enough.
Definitely.
The Addicts group.
But it doesn't. Oh, and did someone say there's a new cup on the shop, Charlie?
There might be new merch. There might be a new merch inspired by one of my favorite West Ham away kits. I know because I flipping did it on Photoshop, so I know what it was. But if you want to look, have a gander. I think we might actually be sold out now. I'm not entirely certain. But have a little gander.
Really?
Check the Twitter, whatever. We might be. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Geo mentioned it to me the other day, and it's the information went in one ear and out the other. You know what I mean? Is what it is. So yeah. So in your opinion, then, let's get down to brass tacks. We're 14 minutes away from kickoff here. Let's get down to brass tacks.
What is it? 7:15 kickoff.
Yes,
quarter
past 7 kickoff. Good to see you, Ben. What's your score prediction? How do you think this game's going to play out?
I think it's going to be very tight.
Okay.
I reckon it's going to end up being very close in the first half. And then get stretched a bit more in the second. I think we might just do it 2-1.
Ooh, I like that. I do like it. I like some of the confidence here. Like I've gone for a low scoring game, but I'm confident in it. I think it's weird because usually, you know this, we talk about it on Two Spaniards all the time. I'm all about performance over result almost every single time. My belief is if you continue to get the performances, then eventually the results will come, right? Eventually the results will come. But today, I can't lie to you. I am all about the result. I want the 3 points. I don't care how it comes. I want the 3 points. I think 3 points for us here would be ginormous. Would be absolutely monumental for us. But will it happen? I don't know, but I think we've got it in our locker. That's why I think it's low scoring, because I think we'll keep them out. And I don't think we've got many goals in us. I think we've got even less now. I've seen that lineup, to be honest with you. So I'll stay with a 1-0. But I do think it's good. We need a Thames Ironwork or Fur Kick inspired mug for the coffee drinkers. You're giving me ideas, Fo, because I have low-key been asked to make other designs. So in fact, any ideas you have, just let me know. And I'll take credit for them. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And they'll be on the charliewallshop.com.
Yes. A top lad on YouTube. Okay. Right, everyone. We're 12 minutes away from kickoff. We've done sub bingo. Right? Ray.
What was yours?
I think we should. My prediction. My sub bingo. 69. Obviously. Stick with it. Stay true forever. And Ben Rama for Noble. I just think there's not many options. I just think you just look at them. The options aren't there. Do you know what I mean? We've got 2 goalkeepers. We've got 2 centre backs, and we only got 8 subs in total. Anyway, we're missing a sub off the bench anyway. I think you're severely restricted. I'm seeing Ben Rama coming on for Noble. That's a bold claim though. But if we had a more defensive option in midfield, I'd say them. But I don't think Coventry's going to get the time. So.
Yeah, I think Noble will play the whole game. I don't think he'll be taken off. I will say, I think he will. I think he might drop into a back 4 at one stage, and maybe put on Ben Rama and take one of the defenders off or slide them across. I don't know. So it's more likely, out of everyone, he's going to take Ben Johnson off out of everyone. I reckon it's going to be at like 74th minute.
Okay, I like that. Do you know what? I like that actually. Changing up the formation. I appreciate it. I also think that's probably quite a strong shout because you get to keep Noble on in that way. If anything, I would say it's probably better than mine. Ray, we like to do this thing, right? Where we ask people where they're watching from. I usually save it till a little bit later because if I do it during the game, that's when there's less people here, so I have to read less out. But I'm going to do it now. Screw it. We're going large. Where are you watching from? I am watching from a sort of mild-ish night North London. Ray, where are you watching the match from? Let us know in the chat. Where are you watching from?
I am watching it from Liverpool City Centre via the new apartment that looks like
the new flat.
By a new flat that looks like it's in New York, which is quite cool.
Mm-hmm.
About 2 minutes away from work, so if the alarm goes off, you can just pop round it.
Always.
Bosses come over tomorrow, so I've got to be well behaved.
Oh yes, because your boss is legendarily well behaved people.
No.
Let's have a look. Walderstones, Nottingham, Somerset, a double Somerset. You love to see it. Shout out to the Southwest, Vancouver, British Columbia, Barnet. Hi, I'm new to your channel. I'm a huge fan from Belgium. Good to see you. Welcome from Belgium. And hey, if you're new around here, subscribe, like the video, get involved. You know what I mean? Ireland, Manor House. Shout out to the Piccadilly line. Is what I would say there. Bahamas, Leytonstone, of course. Arlington, Gillingham, Rhodes, Greece, King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. My man cave says Ollie, Sunny, Chadwell, Heath, Abu Dhabi, flipping it. Fair play. Cape Town, Winchester, his garage, Waldstone, Bristol, 30 degrees in Johannesburg. This is the ones I like seeing, right? Where they're just in some random, just some place where you're like, you'd never predict it. You know, you'd never predict it. Not that I would predict Walderstone Kent, to be fair. I probably wouldn't. But at the same time, Johannesburg, do you know what I mean? No Fornals. I think he's injured, Boot. From what everyone's saying, he seems to be injured. That's as far as I know. I found out about it at the same time you did, so I'm not certain. This is what I've heard. Ray, do you know?
Yeah, I heard he was injured as well from what I was saying earlier. I've got a question for it. I've got a challenge for you.
Oh, lay it on me.
I want you to find the weirdest city that you can find in the most obscure place, so like Tasmania Devil or something like that. I don't know.
An animal, not a city, but we'll move on.
Yeah, we'll move on. And see if we can recruit a West Ham fan.
Oh. This, for all we know, this could be one. Not sure. Don't speak Arabic, unfortunately. Don't read Arabic, but it could be a candidate. It could be a candidate.
He might be even a prince.
More important. It's possible. There is a possibility. I tell you what. Name a random place right now. We'll see if someone's there. Just name it off the top of your head. Random place. Go.
I said Tasmanian Devils. I didn't even get that right, did I? So
no, that is literally an animal.
It must be a weird place in the Philippines, somewhere around there.
Sure. I mean, we've got Thailand in here. We've got Kenya, Timbuktu via Romford. You love to see it.
It feels like it in Romford sometimes.
It does. Mate, it's just lots of Brave Force, the Tasmanian Devil, Barcelona. I mean, it's just recruit them as an iron. Is that fair on them, says Luke? No.
Ooh.
No, but then again, that's what my dad did to me. So I'm all about passing that pain on to the next generation. Sorry, go on.
I've got a question. If we get in the Champions League, can we stay at that guy's house that says Barcelona?
Oh, come on. Look at Ray. Ray will find a way to find a free place to stay if it kills him.
I'll bring a case of Red Bull. Sponsored.
Vernon says, I converted a fan in that place. That place. Quadra Island is the bit I'm going to say. That first bit, Quathiski Cove. I don't even know where that is. I don't even know. Convert a fan there. I couldn't even find it on an atlas. I'm lost, scared. You give me the thesaurus and I still wouldn't be able to find it. Not the thesaurus, the flipping index at the back, and I still wouldn't be able to find it.
Can you Google map it?
I could. All right, well, we're doing it.
Let's do it.
We're doing it. Hang on a second. Right. Let's do a bit of this. Okay, here we go. Right. Maps. And not only am I going to Google Maps it, I'm going to do it live on the show. So here we go. We're
I'm
in.
liking this.
Here we go. Right. So what's the place? What was the place? It's
That's a great name of a place, though, to be fair.
in British Columbia.
Okay.
Oh no, it isn't. That's a different island. I'm assuming it's somewhere around here. There's a lot of little islands around here. I'm assuming it's somewhere around here. Could be there. Could be in British Columbia, Canada. And that's an exciting place to do it. I can't lie. That's a good place. It's one of those. It's in a more popular city, but it's in a small place randomly in there. You know.
Yeah, and if anyone from West Ham are watching, which it probably won't be, if we keep recruiting West Ham fans, do we get points for the shop?
Points for the shop, points for a season ticket. I would go with literally, can I get anything? You know, I would take a Carlos Sanchez shirt. I don't care. I'll have anything.
Ooh.
If it's free, I'm there. I'm taking it, you know. I'm taking it. What are we saying? Good to see you, Clips. I'm going to score a hat-trick with Big George in foot champs. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. What? Hello, nice to see you. I did do that. I did score a hat-trick with Big George in foot champs yesterday. Well, it wasn't. To be fair, it wasn't foot champs. It was just. I don't have the points for foot champs because I haven't played FIFA in like 3 months. The point is I scored a hat trick with Big George, and that's the important thing. That's the important thing.
And did you
We are
watch that
4
YouTube
minutes
thing
away
I
from
sent you?
kickoff. I did. I saw it. I'm excited. I saw it this afternoon. We were talking about the new Star Wars VR game. Very exciting stuff. I saw it this morning. Well, I say this morning, this afternoon at about 3 o'clock when I got out of bed. but we'll call it this morning for now. Yeah, we are. How long are we? We're just 3 and a bit minutes away from kickoff. 3 and a bit minutes away from kickoff. So one last time, everybody, what is your score prediction? Let us know in the chat. What is your score prediction? 3 minutes away from kickoff. We'll read them out just before we do. Of course, we'll be live throughout the entire game, all the way till full time, then just a little bit after, where Geo Gonzo will be going live. At that point, we'll send a link in the chat. You can all jump over there. We do all the hard work for you, so you don't have to do anything. We make it as easy for you as humanly possible. What a time to be alive. Subscribe if you're new around here. Drop a like on the video if you're enjoying it. All that good stuff. The results have gone our way, everyone. What are your score predictions? Just as we come to the end here, I almost quit out the stream, which would have been a bit of a nightmare there, but that's fine. I solved it. Ray, as they put them in on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for tomorrow's 2 spanners? Now we have Peach confirmed as the guest.
Is it out of 10?
Out of 10.
1,000,000%.
1 million. Come on. What? It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Are we going to see a bit of Brooklyn in the background? This is what I'm excited about. I'm excited about seeing a bit of...
Well, Peach lives in Toronto, mate.
Oh, is it Toronto? I thought it was in Brooklyn.
Yeah. No, that's CB. CB's in... CB, Charlie Boy's in Brooklyn.
That's it. I'm excited. I want to see if it's snowing up there than Toronto. It's cold up there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's north. It's very north. How far will Charlie behind be? Probably like 8 minutes as per usual. 0-0, 1-0 Diop. Ooh, okay. 2-1 West Ham, 44-0 says Danny Mays, who also called us cute. So I appreciate that, Danny. Cheers. Go on.
I was just going to say, they're all coming out on the pitch, so I'm going to go now. But before I do, any runners out there want to follow me on Strava, just put my name in, Raymond Borum, and then I need all the motivation. I need to lose weight. This is getting too big. Come on, we could do it together.
Fair enough. If you want to do that, you can go do Don't know what he was saying, but if you want to do it, go ham. Ray, thank you for joining us. Welcome. You're welcome to come back at halftime if you wish to.
Do you want to do running app?
Do I want to do a running app?
Yeah.
Are you talking about do I want to get fit? I'm a picture of health, sir. I am the most healthy boy you've ever seen in the entire history of the world. How dare you even suggest that? But at the same time, yeah, potentially that might be a useful thing to do. I will talk about. I'll tell you what, we'll talk about 2 spanners.
Chicken nuggets in your mouth.
You didn't make me. Okay, I would have happily done that regardless. Just because it was on camera, but I would have done it whether it was on or off. It makes no difference to me. They were going in. It doesn't matter if they were going at once or separately. I don't care. They're happening regardless. Well, Ray, thank you. You're welcome to come back at half time. We'll talk about the running up on Spanners tomorrow. There you go. There's a little cheeky plug there. 2 Spanners 1 Ham at patreon.com. The co-host Ray Borum, everyone. Ray, thank you very much for coming. Enjoy the game. See you at halftime.
And the big dog.
The big dog. Thank you very much. The big dog. He's right here. Bye. Ray Boreham, ladies and gentlemen. So we're just a couple of seconds away from kickoff. I will tell you when my game kicks off, so you know how far behind I am. It'll probably be quite far. Adam's here. Good evening. Hello, Adam. Well, how did the Arsenal Tottenham game finish? I saw the Lamella goal. I then saw Odegaard equalised. I did not see the final score though. I did not see the final score. Hey, Bulldog, and your favourite biscuits are bro. It all depends on. I'll read your proper comment out first. It will all depend on which team gets the rub of the green. West Ham have their fans had their fair share lately. That's a fair point. And what are your favourite biscuits? It's a great question. I would say I'm deeps in it. Favourite biscuits are. I'll answer this. If you had all the biscuits in the world in front of me right now, which one would I want to eat most? A chocolate bourbon. Arsenal 1-2-1 apparently. Scenes. What's the time to be alive? Yes. Lamella punched Tierney in the face and got sent off. Scenes. After scoring a worldie, it's the most Lamella thing you've ever seen in your life. The most Lamella thing you've ever seen in your life. Is the Spanners podcast going to be live tomorrow? I was thinking about it, Fo. 6 o'clock. Potentially do it live. If there's interest, I think I'll do it live. I just have to double check if we're uploading another video during that time, because if we are, then obviously I won't do it live. I'll save it for another time. But I'll have a little think about it. Check on the Patreon later on tonight, and I'll let you know for certain. So just one last look at the teams, just in case you haven't seen them. West Ham line up with Fabianski, Kufal, Dawson, Diop, Cresswell, Johnson in the back five, Rice, Souček, Noble in the middle, Bowen and Antonio up front, with Henderson, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, Fred McTominay, James Fernandes, Rashford, and Greenwood from Manchester United. A strong team from Man United, maybe a slightly weaker team from ourselves. Fornals out injured. I've still got the confidence. So on my screen, the players have just taken the knee. And I'll tell you the second the kickoff happens. There we go. We have kicked off. It is Manchester United versus West Ham United in the Premier League. West Ham kick off and go straight for goal. Right now, I need to find a better location to have my snarch. You know, I can just leave it there. I'll leave it there for now. It looks a lot like I'm looking down is a problem, because I am. Is there anything I could balance on? Can I balance on this? It's a potential option. I'm looking for something to balance my phone on, because I watch via the Now TV app. So it's always a problem. Hoping for a positive result versus Man U, says Joseph. Yes, live. I'll double check, and then if there's nothing going up at that time, I will do it live. The Melo Rubino was insane. That's just the audacity. You know, the audacity. Bellerin not playing was the highlight of my day. Cedric is just better. I mean, Bellerin, look, the only place Bellerin's ever is good anymore is FIFA. Let's be real about it. Here's what it is. Yeah, man. I can't read Arabic. I wish I could, because it'd be really useful. 30 seconds, about 36 seconds ahead of you and 40 seconds behind real time. Yeah, it's the Now TV app, man. It's a pain. I am watching it on the Now TV app, and it's like legally, and I'm so far behind. I watch it legally, and I'm further behind than I would be if I watched it illegally. It's piss. Oh, it's infuriating. I've got high hopes for this game. I can't lie. I really just think we've got it. I don't know why. I really feel like we can hold them off. It's just the confidence. It was the City game. When we had that Manchester City game and we held City out very successfully, that's just given me this boost in confidence throughout the entire rest of the season. I'm just like, not the entire rest of the season, but at the moment where I'm just like, we can hold any team to account here. We can hold them quite easily. And then all we need is the opportunities at the other end. And we will create them, especially from corners, from free kicks. Like right here, the corner came in there. Dawson and Souček both in and around the area. Man United struggling to deal with it. It wasn't the best corner in the world, but you know, if West Ham win today, is it going to be the best Sunday, the greatest Sunday of all time? All time. Even better than that one time where we watched WrestleMania. What a Sunday. Watching NSBC. Of course, NBC SN. If you need a stream, by the way, everyone, if you're looking for a stream to watch the game, let me know, because in the Discord, in the link below, click on that. If you click on that and join the Discord, there's a bit called Stream Links. Bang. Free. You can just go watch it. You can just go watch it. Let's manage your hopes, Charlie. Alan, you're right. You are dangerously right. However, what I would say is this. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. We can deal with that. We can move on with that. We can address that at a time. Good opportunity for Man United. Fabianski collects. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. We move on. But I feel like we can. If we don't get the win here, I'm not going to be super disappointed. I'm not going to be sad. I just really hoped we would go for it. I'm a bit disappointed that we've got so few attacking players on the pitch. I mean, we've not even got 9 subs. We've got 8 subs. Like, I can't justify it, but if it works, it works. I still have belief we'll at least keep them up. And that if they don't score, you always have a chance. Not to go all Michael Owen, but if they don't score, you always have a chance. You know? Let's go, you hammers coming from Canada. The Octobers, good to see you. Shout out to Canada. Shout out to that part of the Northern United States. The greatest Sunday of all time was when Hornswoggle was named Vince's son. I mean, you know, that might be the greatest moment in history of the world. I wouldn't even say it was a Sunday. You know, I don't even know if it was on Sunday. I'm just saying it was a banger. It was just a banger. Rice went absolutely flying in there on McTominay. And he sort of crumbled after a little bit. He looks uncomfortable. It's a coming together. McTominay seems to have come away with it fine. Noble. Rice is limping a little bit, but I think it looks like one of those ones he'll just run off. It just looks like it hurts, painful. One where it hurts at the time, you know. One where it hurts at the time. Fry asks, why the manager do not give a free choice to Ben Rama to play, as he knows we will see the better of him. I don't think David Moyes trusts him fully yet in terms of the defensive side of his game. And if he doesn't trust him defensively, he's not going to play against a team like Man United. There's zero chance. I do believe he'll come off the bench. That's what I said earlier. I think he will come off the bench. I said Noble at the time, but I do genuinely believe it happens. But it's tight. It's difficult. David Moyes is very conservative. He takes his time to get used to people, and if he's not used to them yet, they won't start. It's pretty simple like that, really. Pretty simple like that. Leonardo, how expensive is London? Want to go there to study for a study abroad program for university? It is very expensive. It's stupidly expensive. I mean, depending on where you are, it depends on where you are and what university you're going to. So where your accommodation would be and everything else. You know, if you go to some of the more outskirtsy parts of London, then you could probably get a relatively decent deal on housing and whatnot. But it's a lot of money, a lot of money. I'm interested to see how deep we start this. I'm interested to see how deep the 5 start, because in my head it's going to be very deep. I don't think we'll see our wing backs venture forward too much. So I'm interested to see how far they actually tend to get forward. I have no idea. I mean, realistically, I think he's just it's going to be pure luck today. Attacking wise a little bit, and we can deal with that, but it's what it is. Justin Holman asks, why no Lingard today? He cannot play because Man United are his parent club, so because he's on loan from Manchester United, he can't play, unfortunately. Now, why no Lanzini and Benrahma? That's another story. London's so expensive, sometimes I sleep, so I don't have to eat dinner. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yes. Where the F is Benrahma? He is on the bench. Benrahma is on the bench. never starting for the rest of his career potentially. I'm from the United States and want to watch my first West Ham game. That would be something incredible. Yeah, it'll happen, Leonardo. Listen, if you came across, it can be made to happen. I suspect there's going to be tickets and that whatnot around once the stands are fully back in, once stadiums are allowed to be full again. There's certainly tickets you can get. I had a long time where I didn't have a season ticket or anything, and I managed to get so many games for such a small price. If anything, I can get to West Ham games relatively cheap. The rest of living in London is an absolute pain. The price I was paying for some of the tickets was almost as much as it was to get to the game. That's how expensive London can be sometimes. Although, to be fair, our transport system is pretty banging compared to most of the world. I can't lie about it. We're very deep, and I'm okay with that right now. I'm okay. We'll see how it goes. I think it's I'm okay with us starting very deep, is what I'll say. We've got basically every single person behind the ball. Just Man United are knocking it around the area. And we've got everyone but Bowen and Antonio in a very defensive position. And even they're right next to the defense. I'm okay with that early on. I'm okay with that early doors. I think that's okay. But I think that's okay for now. We need to make sure we convert our defense to attack significantly better than we have done in previous games. That's a big problem if we're going to play like this. We need to make sure we're clinical with it. We need to make sure we're precise with it and relatively quick. At the same time, starting like this is okay. We saw against Leeds, they were all over us from the early stages. If we can just keep calm, and as we will continue to get better as the game goes on. So as long as we just keep it, and hey, but the deeper we are, the further forward Wan-Bissaka and Shaw are going to get, the more space there's going to be left in behind. They've got Fred and McTominay, who neither are out-and-out defensive midfielders. Let them roam a bit forward, get some space, and then ping it to Antonio and Bowen and hope they do something. Bowen's not the fastest. Antonio's not lightning anymore, but early doors, I can take this. Early doors, I can take this very defensive stance as long as later on in the game, it changes and we can grow a bit more into it. Have you heard there's a massive waiting list for the LS? Yeah. You'd think that, wouldn't you, Fo, from what they say, but I can't act like I've ever experienced it. Yeah. If we get Champions League, it'll be even bigger. Listen, can it get bigger than 30,000 or whatever they said it was? But then again, they claim they sell 99.6% of tickets over the course of a season, which, or the capacity is that. It's not. Like, they sell those tickets, but it's not. It's just not. Where can I watch the match live for free? Good Guy 27, the Discord link below. Click on that. Join there. Our Hammers Chat Discord. It doesn't matter what team you support. All teams are welcome, but more importantly, there are links to the match there. If you go in there, click on there. There's a bit called Stream Links. Get involved, and hey, enjoy yourself. Enjoy the match. Hope you enjoy it. And hey, if you're new, subscribe, like the video, all that good stuff. If we keep our shape, the more frustrated they'll get. Antonio will smell a bag of gold. Yeah, this is sort of what I'm thinking. Like, that's okay. Man United are effective on the counter attack. Man United have very fast players and they're very good on the break. If we're constantly sitting incredibly deep, they can't break against us. That's been one of our problems in general since Pellegrini took over, is we're very susceptible on the break. Right now, as long as we play like this, we're not going to be susceptible. Flipping egg. Who was that? I don't know who that was. It was Cresswell or Johnson or something. Just mugged off on the Man United players. And as long as we do that, that's okay. That's all right. We can deal with that. You know, they can be in front of us as much as they like. That's fine. As long as they're in front of us and not getting in behind us, it's 10 times less of a problem than it would be otherwise, you know? Man United can play with no goalkeeper today until Ben Rama comes on. We'll see. Potentially very negative, but we'll see. We are playing less than you'd suspect. What Funko Pop is that in the background? That is Lifeline from... I'll just grab it. It's Lifeline from Apex Legends now. I'm going to take my phone with me just in case something happens. You're going to see my pajama bottoms. That's fine. Hello. Pajama bottoms, pins out. You know what I mean? It is Lifeline from Apex Legends, bought for me by YouTube FIFA extraordinaire Athos32 for my birthday last year. For kind of him. She sits with me. I'll put her in the background, so she's always just around. I have other ones at home at my mum's house, but unfortunately, this is the only one I have in this flat since I moved here in October. But this is the only one I have in the flat. But I have other ones at home. Daniel Bryan, for example, other dons. Other dons. I just deeply love me asked where Eve was. Where is Eve? Where is Eve? Let us know. Do you know where Eve is? Let us know in the comments. Oh, Adam and Eve. I get it. Yeah, SNL. Yeah, see, this is the thing, right? You should have used them. But Adam is correct. McDonald's is free delivery on Just Eat, which is why I eat McDonald's maybe too frequently than I should. Victor Rocha Pass Geralds. Brazil. Yes. Como está? No. Portuguese. I speak Portuguese. Can't remember. Hello. Subscribe. Like the video. Good to see you. Nice to see you, justification. Thank you. You know, I won't lie to you. I was in my pajamas, the exact same pajamas I was in for my stream on my YouTube channel yesterday. Until about 10 minutes before kickoff, and then I changed t-shirt just so it wasn't obvious. Outside of that, not changed. And I'm not interested in changing. Just gonna say I'm not interested in changing. How good are you at Apex? I used to play, but I only have 3 wins. I'm all right. Adam can attest. Adam in the chat can attest to it. He's part of my Apex squad. It's me, him, and Athos32 usually. I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm a bit more conservative than my squad mates would like me to be. I'd say that, and I'll happily admit that. You know, happily admit that. A bit more conservative, but when it comes down to it at the end, I feel like I'm good. You know, I feel like I'm good. I remember when me and Adam played it for the first time in a couple of months ago, and we won the first game we played, or the second game we played, or something, and it was me versus 2 in the final bit, and I got him with a shotgun. They ran out of bullets, so I got very lucky. And I'll take it all day. I'll take it all day. We're in a good position here. We've got less for people forward than Manchester United do, I'll tell you that much, but we're playing very conservatively here, but I don't know. I just feel like we've got enough to keep them out quite easily here. I really do. Like, I understand the concern, but as of right now, I think we're golden. Oh, maybe not golden. Maybe golden's an exaggeration, but I think we're all right. We also got more possession than we usually have. Just checking out the possession stats. As you can see, I'm just checking out the possession stats, and we've got we're currently sitting at a pretty 40%, which is significantly higher than we usually are. Significantly higher than we usually are. I need to reset this like that. There we go. You're going to see it for a split second. There we go. We're back. I see Moyes' tactics to lull Man United to sleep. That's it. The long game. You make them sleepy, and then when they're sleepy, you strike. Just strike. Got a couple wins on. Oh, a couple wins on Apex. Who's your main? If you play Apex Legends in the chat, who's your main? Who do you tend to pick? I obviously pick Lifeline. Lifeline is my G. If not Lifeline, then I usually just moan about it. And Bangalore. Bangalore's my other one if I can't pick Lifeline. But who's your main? If you play, let me know. Have you been playing the Outriders demo? I haven't. A couple of my friends did. And said sort of middling things, so I haven't checked it out. I'm sort of waiting for it to fully come out to where I can see where I can see how it goes down as a game. I've been playing FIFA on stream yesterday, and then I had made Crash 4 because Crash 4 has just come out on the PlayStation 5. So I'm finally getting the chance to play Crash 4 because I haven't played it before. When it came out, I'm a huge Crash Bandicoot fan from back when I was a kid. It was the first game I ever owned. And so when the fourth one came out, I didn't get around to buying it because it wasn't on PS5 at the time. I just got PS5. So I was waiting for the PS5 version. So now it's there. Oh, that's a great opportunity into the box. Punched away. Ooh, the big deflection into the box from Aaron Cresswell there. Aaron Cresswell box went across, bigs up, deflects high up into the air. I can't tell who went for it, but one of our strikers went for it. I think it was Jared Bowen alongside Dean Henderson. There was a clash in the box, and Henderson managed to get the punch away. We've just passed the ball out of play, so someone's down. It's Jared Bowen who's down. A good opportunity there. Good to see us challenging for it. As the sort of last 10 minutes have passed, we've sort of been slowly getting more and more into the game. It's a big collision in the box there. Cresswell whips the ball in it, deflects off McTominay. And actually, thankfully, it doesn't look like he's been punched or clashed of heads or anything. It just looks like as Bowen's coming back down so Bowen goes up to challenge for the ball, basically. Maguire is underneath him, and Henderson comes over the top to punch it out, and he just loses his balance in midair and lands a bit awkwardly on his ankle. I think it looks like an ankle problem. Thankfully, it doesn't look like anything super major, and it wasn't a clash of heads, which is always a good thing. So it's not too bad. But yeah, over the last 10 minutes or so, we're slowly getting more and more into this game, taking up more and more advanced positions further up the pitch, which is interesting for us to see. Starting to camp a little bit just outside their box. And again, we want to... realistically, look, I think our chances are going to come from corners. I think they're going to come from free kicks. I think they're going to come from crosses. That's the West Ham way of current, and I think that is what's going to happen. In that case, if you're crossing the ball in, if it's not... Antonio's got a header on him. He hasn't really scored a great one in a long time, to be fair, but he does at least have it in his locker, or at least used to. But you're looking at Thomas Souček, you're looking at Craig Dawson. And Souček will get forward from open play, but obviously Craig Dawson won't. So we'll see. But situations like that aren't bad. The cross in deflects up. It's a good opportunity. Bowen challenges for it, which he's going to have to do. He's playing in a sort of a front two style thing, so he's going to have to do that. Which, we'll see. Yeah, I know it's Portuguese. I flopped. I just couldn't remember. I was trying to remember the language. I know it's Portuguese, but I can't speak Portuguese. Lifeline is goated, or Pathfinder. Pathfinder, yeah, it's zipline time. But Lifeline is the one for me. I can't lie to you. I can't lie to you. What formation are we playing? BBC website has playing a 3-1-4-2. It's more a 5-3-2 if we're looking at realistically, like Arthur says. It's more, the three. Noble and Souček will get further forward than Declan Rice will, but realistically, it's more of a 5-3-2 the way I look at it personally. But that is because we'll be defending so much. So it's just naturally bound to happen, Real question here: sensations or Tyrells? Oh, Lewis, how can you do this to me? Sensational Tyrells. I'll say sensations because I eat them more often. I'm going to throw a wrench in them. I'm going to throw a wrench in this. I'm a spanner and it works here. 2 spanners, 1 hammer, patreon.com/hammer. I'm going to throw one in there. Kettle chips. Just saying. Just putting it out there. But sensation sweet chili are peng. And I don't even like hot stuff, but they are very good. Corner for Manchester United here. Harry Maguire at the back trying to go for it. It's popping about a bit. Lots of ping pong with the head. Man United retain possession of the ball, go again, recycle it, try to cross it in. It wasn't a bad cross there, but Cresswell gets it away. I really want to see us it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I just want to see more people go forward, but we can't. I understand why. We're playing a very disciplined game so far. There's been no real pressure, no real rushing into anything. We're sort of just taking our time. Moyes is obviously very concerned. I think he has fair right to be. I think also, he has concern from the previous FA Cup fixture as well. It's just frustrating. I want to see us maybe step a little bit to it, a little bit closer to really, really gun for it here. And we're sort of staying calm and sticking to the plan. And so far, I mean, it's worked. Man United haven't created anything insane right now, so it's not not working. Good 1-2 there. Manchester United outside the box. Bruno Fernandes tries to flick it through with Greenwood. Can't quite get there. Nice little 1-2, but didn't quite work out. Robson asks, "Hi guys, why does United not score?" None of their shots have been on target. Well, I assume you're talking about Man United. You've been talking about West Ham United, and in that case, it's because we haven't had any shots yet. Either way. Have you noticed a lot of people to do with football say things like he has that in his locker? To be fair, the big man. Look, the big man. Listen, I try to stay away from footballing cliches as much as possible, but we're all guilty of them at times. The big man, however, I will step back on that one. That's just if the big man's there, the big man's there. You know what I mean? Great ball in. Headed wide from Manchester United. An excellent opportunity for Marcus Rashford. The ball got flashed into the box from the right-hand side. Marcus Rashford was completely open in the box. Really uncharacteristically open from West Ham. The defense weren't amazingly... To be fair, they got onto better organisation. Greenwood flashed the ball in with his left foot. And Rashford... he's in space. Diop can't get his head to it. If you want to be kind, you say maybe he thinks Diop's going to get his head to it, but it just glances off his forehead. It's a proper one of them, glances straight off the forehead and wide. He's frustrated, as he should be. That was a huge opportunity for Manchester United. Still 0-0, 25 minutes in, but that was a big old opportunity, wasn't it? Big old opportunity. Step on Lego or paper cut? It's a great question, Richie. We're getting Lego. Lego on its side. Upturn plug, obviously. Don't know. There's been a clash of heads, apparently. I don't know. It was with Antonio, said the commentator, Gary Neville, but I don't know who... I don't know who it was who went down. I can't see. I still can't tell. It's Harry Maguire. I don't know what happened. Let's see the replay again. I saw the replay and I didn't see it in the replay because I'm an idiot. Probably step on Lego. It's painful, but it'll pass quicker and it won't stay on. It won't get on your nerves. You also probably you can pick up the Lego and be like, "Damn you!" Paper, what are you going to do? You've lost. Cresswell did not do anything to prevent the cross. He stood off. Yeah, I mean, he didn't. But again, that's our play. It's not individuals. We tend to look at it as individual errors. We tend to look at it and say Cresswell didn't do this. For example, when Johnson didn't do that other thing in whatever game it was last. I don't think it's a case of individual errors. It's just team instructions. They're told not to go forward. They're told not to step. They're told to keep in their formation, especially Cresswell, who's in a back three, is told to keep it calm in that centre. So he's not going to step to try and stop crosses. And to be fair, I think in David Moyes' mind, you look at that side. We're going to look at the replay here again, just very briefly. I think it was the left arm that hits Harry Maguire as opposed to Mikel Antonio. Antonio sprints across the pitch to try and win the header, and I think it's just the left arm. It doesn't seem like anything serious. Thankfully, Maguire's back up, which is good. But yeah, we look at it as individual errors, whereas I think, especially in this side, if you're looking at letting a cross come in, you probably would. You've got Diop, you've got Dawson, you've got Souček all in around the area. You're probably pretty confident that they aren't going to win headers. Now, that situation shows why you shouldn't be do that, because let's be real, Rashford was in all the space there. But they're not a huge team, Man United. They don't have unreal headers. You probably have the confidence to do that. That's my take on the issue. Waffles or pancakes, is Leonardo. That's another great question. If you're talking dessert-wise waffles, then I would say pancakes every time. Actually, as well, if you're saying potato waffles, I would also say pancakes, but I do love potato waffles. Dessert waffles, I don't have that commonly. Only when I'm at a restaurant and they're on the menu do I consider it. But even then, if they had pancakes, I'd probably go for pancakes. I just love pancakes. Crepes, Scotch-style pancakes, the thicker ones, the American-style pancakes. I love them. Love them. They're just excellent. They're just excellent. There's no need for five at the back. It's just inviting attack after attack. There's nothing to be afraid of. Yeah, I mean, it's very conservative. It's a very conservative way to play the game. I mean, even now, when Man United are on the attack in and around the area, there's almost 2 West Ham players to every Man United player. There's a lot of people. And it is a very conservative mindset. We've looked at it and we've decided that we're going all out defensive. My bigger problem, again, is because we were playing pretty well, almost okay attacking-wise when we were on that initial good run, that initial great run. The initial great run of form at the season, we were playing 5 at the back, but we also had 3 people, at least 3 attacking players on. And you add Souček and Rice getting forward, but we had the 3 attacking players before now, Bowen and Antonio. We've got even less today, and that's more the bigger problem for me is Noble. And I've not got a problem with Noble starting, as I said earlier on. It's more just him starting reduces the lack of attacking players on the pitch, and it's frustrating. Ball gets played in from the left-hand side for Manchester United. Greenwood does really well, plays it across the area. Fabianski comes and collects it. That was very concerning there. Manchester United worked the ball well down the left-hand side. Mason Greenwood takes on, I think it's, I can't tell who it is. I think it's Dawson or something, but it's played across the box. It's not Dawson. I think it's Rice. Yes, Declan Rice who's trying to cover him, and Greenwood does really well. Cuts it back across. Fabianski just pushes it away with his hand. It deflects off Fabianski, and then he gets control over it. That's a really good opportunity. Really good opportunity. Who is it? I saw someone. This game's got United 1-0 written all over it. We're toothless. I still think it is 1-0. I still think for us. I'm not particularly scared of Manchester United at this point. They've had 3 shots. The Rashford one was the outlier where it was a great opportunity. The rest, they're creating better than Manchester City did, to be fair to them. They are doing that currently, but I'm still sticking true with my 1-0. I still think we're going to keep them out. But they are over us, and toothless is a fair way to put it. We're blunt up front. We don't have any real cutting edge. Bowen and Antonio up front by themselves is not ideal. It's not ideal. Bacon or sausage, says Wally World. Bacon. I think bacon's just the best, but I do love sausages. Pigs and blankets. How about that? Pigs and blankets. How about that? Another corner from Manchester United goes wasting there. I almost thought it said 41st minute. I was like, already? 31st minute. We forced them out here. Just a little bit of cutting out the passing lanes. So when we tend to break, Noble is the one who gets furthest forward impressively. Our shape tends to be Rice and Souček sit deeper, and Noble sits just behind Bowen and Antonio. Crossing from Manchester United played away. Man, we just cleared the ball away. We've got the ball now. We need to do something with it. Do something with it, Bowen. He finds Antonio, who was offside. How? My God. My God. Jose, just going to ask you to chill, buddy. Just going to ask you to chill. Jose, listen. Vasco da Gama, good Portuguese side, but I am just going to ask you to chill. Shout me out, please, says Bradley Little. Hello, sir. Hope you're well. Subscribe if you're new around here. Drop a like on the video if you're enjoying it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. They pass right through us constantly, and we can't string two passes together. Yeah, it's a bit of a problem right now. Man United are opening us significantly better than Man City did, which is saying something, because obviously Manchester City, I think it's a case now of, if anything, this is going to have Dave Moyes think this lineup is a bit more justified, because if we're struggling with this many defenders on, then God knows he's not going to go any more attacking than this. But they are getting through us with more consistency, and we're not attacking very well right now. This is a great opportunity here. Jared Bowen's getting forward. He's passed it out wide. Pass was bad to Declan Rice. He just passed it way too hard and just behind Declan Rice. It hits his ankles, and Manchester United launch a counter-attack. Rashford's onside. Mikel Antonio, take note. It's a really good opportunity. He steps to the Kufal, drives it in. Thankfully, he slipped over there. He looked like he was about to drive across into the box, and we were in big trouble. But Manchester United are doing well here. Manchester United, I'm saying it, like legitimately doing better than Manchester City did here. Played across, cleared away again from West Ham. We're a bit under the cosh here, if you want to use a footballing cliche. We're under the cosh here. Wait, am I the only Man United fan? Because I think they're winning. No, there's been enough Man United fans in the chat. Farhad, there's been enough Man United fans in the chat. Welcome. What happened here? What happened with the first three A's? With the second ha? Ha 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 ha. Is that how you would pronounce it? What happened here? Was it just a slip of the thumb? Interested. But yeah, Antonio does well to get the ball around Wan-Bissaka, but it's a free kick. We really are at a stage here where we need to I don't know. Look, this is the game plan. It's not like it's going wrong. This is the game plan. That touch from Antonio, by the way, was horrendous. I've just seen the replay from the opposite angle, and his touch goes straight out of place. So thank goodness Wan-Bissaka went in wild. Now, a free kick in a half decent area, but this is where we need to shine. This is where we need to create something. It's a bit far away, but if Cresswell can put something into a decent enough area here, we've got Dawson up there, we've got Souček up there. There's threats in there. It's a bit far. He's played it short instead. Looking for Rice, who just pulls it across. That's a wasted opportunity. Wasted opportunity from West Ham United. Have we had a shot yet? Asks Alan. Alan, here is the who scored. We have not had a shot yet. Manchester United have had 5, 2 off target, 3 blocked. West Ham yet to register a single shot. And it's not super surprising, if we're being honest. It's not super surprising. This is the thing is, right? As Farhad says here, Man United dominate possession, but West Ham are defending a lot. This is the tactic. This is what we're here to do. Moyes has set us up to outwardly defend like we have a 1-0 lead from the start when it's 0-0. Just like he did last time we went to Old Trafford in the FA Cup. This is exactly what he wants us to do. But this is it. We're not a serious threat going forward at all. We need to really find something a bit more going forward, because as of yet, we yet to really threaten in any way, shape, or form. We yet to really find anything, because we just don't have the numbers going forward. Manchester United on a counter-attack here. This is really good. Greenwood hits it. Fabianski gets his fingertips to it and puts it wide. Well, off the post, flipping it. It's a great. This is where Manchester United are at their strength. Fernandes finds Greenwood just outside the area. He puts it onto his left foot. Tries to bend it into that bottom corner. Greenwood, what a player, by the way. Angles it, swangs it. Swang, that's a word. And for Fabianski at full stretch, tips it onto the post. That's an excellent save from Fabianski. And we've sort of, I don't want to say got away with it, but that's a great example of Man United at their best on the counter-attack. Quick, decisive passing, really opening us up. Bruno Fernandes, I mean, he's a world-class player for a reason, does absolutely brilliantly, but the corner was trash straight after, so it is what it is. It is what it is. You're a liar, Jeffrey, and I appreciate it, but you're a liar. You are a liar. A panicking final ball. Get our creative players on what unit's saying. Yeah, I mean, that's very true. I think we're stressed. I think we're stretched, especially when we go forward. I mean, you've only got two people really in an attacking sense. Noble's the third attacker if you want to sort of lay it like that, and he's not exactly fast to keep up with the play. So we're stretched. We don't have the numbers going forward. We're aiming it towards Antonio and Bowen and hope they can't do anything, which I mean is a slight difference from when Moyes was in charge the first time and it was just on Arnautovic. And then sometimes Lanzini is it's very stretched. I mean, they've just shown the average positioning of West Ham there, and it's a bit all over the shop. It's a bit all over the shop. It's a problem. One press down on the D-pad if you yeah. Bloody hate how negative Moyes versus the big teams. It's the one consistent thing I hate about Moyes is James Gunn. I mean, he's certainly showing it here. He's certainly showing it here. This is very similar to the FA Cup match. Bruno Fernandes whips it in. That's a good opportunity. Rashford headers it down. 7 shots for Man United so far. They are opening us up significantly more than Manchester City did. It's another good opportunity for Manchester United going wanting there. The Rashford header from Bruno Fernandes' ball into the box. It ends up being a bit of nothing, and to be fair, it probably was offside. But we're not defending anywhere near as well as we did against City, and we're not attacking anywhere near as well. This is a problem. This is a problem. We're underperforming here. You feel like we've got levels to step up here in both aspects, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because it means we can grow in the second half. We're not completely overwrought yet, but we are struggling. And I think, to be honest with you, Bowen and Antonio up front just isn't happening. Antonio's been out of form for the last couple of weeks now. And we don't have another striker to put in his place. And so he's tried to pair him with Bowen up front today, but he's not supporting them anywhere near enough. And we're struggling to create a chance. Really, what we're hoping is a corner or a free kick in a good position, a good enough position where we can get Souček and Dawson in a good area. And it's just not happening yet. Good throw in, a quick throw in, but from West Ham, but Bowen just couldn't get it out for a Manchester United goal kick. Fernandes is ridiculous good. I mean, Bruno Fernandes is legitimately world class. He's just so good. Everything Fernandes does, it is pain. I genuinely enjoy watching Bruno Fernandes play because he's that good. Itchy nose. I've got really itchy. It's all over the shop right now. I don't know if you've ever made videos, you might know this. Sometimes you just get mad itchy. And I don't know why. It just happens halfway through thingy, doing a show. And I'm experiencing that right now. We're in the mire of the itch. My brain has got the better of me, and we can't string 2 passes together. Antonio's not good at the moment. Defo off the boil, a lot less intensity. It's Haller all over again. No support. We are so crap with the ball. It's unreal. I mean, if you're not watching the game, that's sort of where we're at right now. We're defending for our lives a little bit. Well, not for our lives. We're very, very deep, and Man United are finding their way through a lot better than Manchester City were, and that's giving us problems because going forward we're not good whatsoever. It's very much punt at Antonio and Bowen and hope for the best. We're not stringing passes together well enough. We're not really doing much of anything. It's an issue. This is painful to watch. Johnson just kicking the ball upfield. Antonio and Bowen not chasing, closing players down. Noble just passing it sideways and backwards. Not a happy hammer, says Paul. West Ham defending is super, but the midfield and both teams are doing terrible, and a striker are doing the same thing. Fair. This is a good opportunity for West Ham now on the right-hand side. Bowen just ran into a dead end, didn't know what to do, and ended up going backwards. This feels very similar to the FA Cup match, and I wasn't very happy with that either. And I'm not super happy here. I felt like we might have learned our lesson, but apparently not, because we're in a very similar situation we were then. 0 shots against Man United's 8, 35% possession. We're basically all out defending. It's just it's Bowen has had, apart from Henderson, shockingly, Bowen has had the least amount of touches apart from the two goalkeepers, out of the outfield players. Bowen has had the least amount of touches in the game. If we have a look here, you can see Henderson's had 9 and Fabianski's had 13, but apart from that, Bowen has had the least touches so far in the game. Antonio's not had many after. I mean, look how many touches all of Man United have had. Every single Man United defender had more touches than Mikel Antonio, which is saying a lot about this. Souček, Noble, they're struggling to get into the game. Kufal's had some, Johnson's not many. I mean, we're struggling here. It's not a very, it's not a rosy picture we're painting here at all. And then there you can see just 8 shots to 0 for Manchester United. It's not a great picture we're painting. It's a struggle. It's games. We've been struggling enough. We've been struggling in this. Bowen is not good enough to play in the Prem. I mean, Bowen has been crap for months. Get him off. It's frustrating with Jarrod Bowen because obviously that first 6 months he was in lightning form and he's lost it. I've not lost all hope with him as of yet. I mean, for me, it's a 50-50 case where 50% of his time he's been brilliant and 50% of the time he hasn't been. So I'm still looking at it and thinking, well, he could come good. But at the same time, I haven't seen anything from him for a hot minute here. I mean, weirdly though, as far as I remember, let me just double check this before I say it out loud. I think he's still very high up in the goals and assists chart, I think. Where is he? Bowen. I can't find him. Where is he? 5 goals this season. I mean, Antonio's got 7 and Souček has 8, so he's our third top goal scorer. And I think he's got a decent. And Haller's got 7, obviously. And I think he's fairly high up in the assist chart as well. Let's have a quick look at that. So statistically, it's still there to an extent. He's got 3 assists this season, which puts him 3rd after Cresswell and Benrahma. So statistically, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's just not. When you watch him on the pitch, it's just not happening for him, and it hasn't for a good couple of months now. Like, it's really frustrating, and we're playing a system here which is putting everything on 2 players. It's completely putting our attacking hopes down to Mikel Antonio and Jarrod Bowen, both of whom are out of form. And that's a problem. That's a big problem because we're just hoping they magically find the form again and we're not helping them in any sense. I mean, again, you want to talk about this lineup. Who out of these people here is going to help Bowen and Antonio? Not many. Noble will try his best getting forward, but it's Mark Noble at this point. Souček will get forward for goals, but he's not going to help in the build-up play around this area. Kufal and Johnson are here and here in order to just get crosses in and that here. You're not supporting them. And very similar to how Mipo Odebeko, when he came on against Manchester United in the FA Cup, wasn't supported. We're in a similar situation here. These are 2 out-of-form forwards, and we're just hoping that it works out. It's frustrating. And on the other side of it, defensively, Man United have just been cutting through us. They really have. Man United have been significantly better going forward than Manchester City were. They've broke us down than a lot of teams have in this half. And I mean, it comes down to it when you look at the shot stat. 8 shots they've had compared to our 0. And it's not like some of those weren't great opportunities. I mean, that Marcus Rashford header, for example, excellent opportunity. I look at it here again. Man United are passing it around in our half, not particularly close to the area, but they're passing it around, and every single West Ham player is just standing there, looking at him. Now, I don't think we need to press them, but I do think there needs to be something a bit more than just sitting back and hoping for the best at this point, because it's very similar to the way we played in the FA Cup against Man United. And equally, I'm concerned that when we did that in the FA Cup, Geo came on at halftime. He was like, "I'm happy with that because at some point in the second half, we're going to break at them. We're going to do something. We're going to go for it." And we never did. Equally, I do not think we're going to here. We can't. And you look at the bench, right? Look at the bench, right? We've got 2 goalkeepers, 2 centre backs, a defensive midfielder who's a youth player who's never coming on, Lanzini, Benrahma, and an Odebeko who's never coming on. Lanzini and Benrahma, right? That's for a start, you're missing a sub. What are you doing? Secondly, you've got 2 goalkeepers and 2 centre backs. How are they all going to come on? They're not. What do you do? Obviously, you have to bring on Benrahma and Lanzini at some point, but how do you change it? Do you change from the 4 at the back? We probably won't, because realistically, David Moyes is going to look at that and think, they've dominated us. I'm not going to try and go a bit more further forward because they'll split apart even more. It's frustrating. It's a very frustrating half. I'm quite unhappy. I want to know what you lot are thinking as the halftime whistle just goes. Sir Daddy with the $4.99. Thank you very much, Sir Daddy, putting that into the kitty, as it were. Is it just me, or does some of our lineups leave me scratching my head? Yeah, I mean, the second Fornals was injured. You had a choice, right? You had a choice, and the person you decided to go with was Jared Bowen. Now, Jared Bowen, he's gone with because Jared Bowen is the player he trusts most defensively. I get that. I do understand that. I understand that Jared Bowen is the player he trusts most defensively, but at the same time, he's out of form. He hasn't been in form for a while. I don't understand why. Well, I do understand, but I just think it's the wrong thing to do. I hate to say it, because I've been really confident with Dave Moyes recently, and I've been really confident that we get a win here. I've always said it's going to be 1-0. I thought it would be a tight, scrappy game, but at the same time, I'm just not keen. I can't lie to you. I understand the tactics, but I don't like them. We've set up for a 0-0 draw. That's pretty much where I'm at, Jeff. That's pretty much where I'm at. This is one of the worst performances I've seen so far this season. We have a 30 million creative midfielder on the bench. Yeah, we need Masuaku back. He offers so much more than Johnson. I think attacking wise, that's 100% the case. Shows us how important Lingard is to us. Must sign. I think that's another fair point. Although whether Lingard would start, he probably would have had Jared Bowen, but you don't know that. We're lucky not to be behind, and Noble looks lost. Moyes hasn't learned anything from the game against Liverpool. Get Benrahma on now. Cancel Noble's 1-year extension. Yeah, that's probably a bit harsh, but get Benrahma on is probably a point. We're being joined live from Liverpool by Raymond Borum, co-host of the Two Spanners One Hammer podcast on patreon.com/hammerschat. Thoughts? What are your thoughts at halftime? What are your thoughts at halftime going into after a struggle there? What are your thoughts?
Like, as the stats say, we had no shots on target. We had no shots. Sorry.
No, go on. It's because you cut out slightly.
Yeah, I thought we were just defensive. We're too defensive. We've got no output. Sorry, mate.
Raymond Borum there, joining us live from what seemed to be the Middle Ages, internet-wise. Hopefully he'll rejoin and we'll see what happens. So frustrating. We need a bit of creativity going forward. We can't just defend for 90 minutes, but that seems to be the plan. Sadly, exactly to be expected with Noble starting. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Again, I don't think it's Noble starting. We want to look at the individual and blame it. I think it's the tactics more than it is the individual there. That's my opinion on the matter anyway. It's frustrating. I don't think it's Noble's fault, because again, I don't think Noble starting is necessarily a bad thing. But when he's starting ahead of any attacking players, that's the problem for me. You look at it and you say Bowen, Antonio, fine. If you're going to go with those for the defensive qualities, fine. But get someone else in there to support them. Get Benrahma in. Get Lanzini in to try and give them more. But it's just, otherwise, what are you doing? You seem to have slightly more frames per second than you did previously, Ray. What's your vibe? Go on.
Oh, that was a tough watch the first half. It was so defensive. No way to play out from the back. It's, the stats say, no shots on target, no shots whatsoever. I'm sorry. Even our set piece, the one set piece we had, we've done a short pass. It's like, come on, we need to do something different.
What would be the change for you?
So I know, but I can see Ron Johnson taking a lot of stick. I've not seen what chat's saying, but I can understand, and I bet he is. The only thing I will say with Johnson is he is good at defending. Now, when he does pick up that pass in his game, which I hope he's working on because he'll be a fantastic player, I feel we've got a really good player on our hands there. Now, yeah, I reckon we should scrap the back five, put a back four on. Like I said at the beginning, take Ben Johnson off, put Ben Rama on, and let's go for it. I mean, this is a free hit. Let's go for the Man United. I know a draw would be fantastic, but if we keep playing the way we are, they're just going to keep coming at us, and we're just one stage they're going to break us. We was lucky Rashford can't head the ball properly because he should have headed that in the back of the box. What did you think?
Is it? I was going to ask, is it the lineup? So Sir Danny was talking about the lineup, scratching his head and stuff like that. Do you think? Is it necessarily the 11 on the pitch? Is it the 11 players on the pitch, or is it the tactics? What are the big problem for you? Because for me, I do think it is the tactic more than the 11.
It's a little bit of both. I think the tactics and the players on the pitch are too defensive minded. So like you could see Ben Johnson, like he got right out front and he was in front of Antonio. Antonio was sort of covering him. He looked at Antonio, went to run back, and looked at Antonio again, and then went for the attacker.
Yeah,
it's kind of like he's unsure what to be in. If that was Benrahma, he would have gone straight after the attacker no matter what. So maybe it's just a bit of miscommunication. They're just, Antonio, why is he that far back defending? He should have been further up the field. So I just think they're very defensive minded.
Yeah, they are. I mean, as
Noble is a defensive player. Ben Johnson is a defensive player.
I mean, as Phil said here, we've set up for the draw. Great big West Ham bus on the pitch. I mean, it's very much the case. And the thing is about this bus is apparently it's got holes all over the shop, because I think my bigger concern is I suspected we'd line up like this. I suspected it would be a difficult game to get through, a difficult one to charge through. Don't get me wrong. But you're looking at it and you're saying, they've played for us very easily, way easier. Than they did in the FA Cup match, but also beaten Man City did a couple of weeks ago. That's my big concern right now. As you said, they've had 8 shots. If we look at who scored, they've had 8 shots. 2 of them have been on target, which you're looking at Rashford, you're looking at Greenwood, you're looking at the header from Rashford earlier on. He could have done something with it. There's been opportunities there for Manchester United that we just haven't created at all. We haven't come close to creating an opportunity. I think we're sort of relying on a corner or a free kick in a good position to be able to get Souček and Dawson and the like in and around the area. And that's okay, but we aren't getting anywhere near the area to even consider getting a corner. I mean, we've had 1 corner in this game, which Noble took, and I didn't think it really came with anything. And then Manchester United had 4. I mean, to put it into context, even Manchester United had more than us, and that's sort of where we're relying for right now.
Yeah.
Are you pulling the trigger on substitutions now? Are you waiting a while, seeing what happens? What's your if you're David Moyes, you're in the halftime tactics. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I definitely would change tactics at halftime, and take Ben Johnson off. No fault of the lads himself. And put Benrahma on. Now, the good thing I did see, I don't know if anyone else caught this, but Moyes was not happy on the sideline. So it does say that they're not doing exactly what he wants on the pitch. So, it may be a case of, right, I need to make a change here because this is not working. So, and normally I'll see Moyes, he's quite happy with the defensive and the way they've been. But today I was like, oh, okay. Moyes does want to go a little bit more attacking.
Yeah. I wish the product on the pitch showed that as well, I don't know. I don't want to lose the little faith that I've somehow built over the last couple of weeks. I don't particularly want to lose that just yet because it's taken me so long to bloody find any. I don't want to throw it all into the bin instantaneously. But I think this is a fair comment from Mike here. The tactics are fine. We need some pace in midfield to support Antonio. I think that is a problem. We're setting up and most of the time you're seeing it as a sort of a 5-2-1-2, and the one behind the 2 of Bo and Antonio is Noble. And with all the best will in the world, Noble, I believe, would want to get forward. I don't think he quite has it in him. And if he does manage to get forward, he's not got it in him to get back again. We need someone different.
What changes would you make?
That's the thing. If it's sorry, I just need to pull that up because it's true. I think it doesn't matter whether it's Lanzini or Ben Rama. I would prefer to see Ben Rama, but either way, I do feel like one of them needs to come on. Noble's the obvious candidate because I suspect David Moyes would want to keep 5 at the back. Again, they're cutting for us very easily with 5 at the back. I don't think he's going to change to 4 because he's going to be like, whoa, imagine if there was 4. Jesus Christ, we'd be done for right now. However, I do think... No, I think it has to be Noble. As much as I don't want it to be, and I like Mark Noble, and I don't think it's the problem. For me, it would be changing him, and you change to the sort of 5 at the back system we were playing earlier in the season when we took the point. We beat Leicester 4-0, we beat Wolves 3-0. We really stepped to a lot of teams. I think we changed back to that 5 at the back. So for me, that would realistically, you take Noble off, you'd put them as a 4. Well, it'd be 5 for Leicester, 4 in midfield, and then you have Antonio Bowen on one side, and then Ben Rama or Lanzini on the other. I personally would pick Ben Rama, and try and give them a little bit more creativity, a little bit more pace to just support Noble and Bowen, because again, they are out of form, and we are hoping we're hoping that 2 out of form strikers, if we just punt it at them, it'll work, and that's never going to happen. Has this changed your outcome on the game? What you think? 2-1?
It has a little bit, but I don't want to lose faith. Don't want to lose faith. But Moyes will put out a big statement if he takes off Noble and Ben Johnson and puts in Lanzini and Ben Rama. That will have a big statement on the pitch there. So I kind of hope he does do that.
True. I don't think he will make any big statements. He doesn't strike me as a statement maker, does David? You know what I mean?
Oh, we're on first name names there, David.
Yeah, listen, I've come to like Dave likes me. I like Dave. We're like that, mate. We're like that. We're going archery at the weekend. It's gonna be great. Yeah, I
can't feel. I
can't see it happening.
Planning to draw. Sorry.
I think you're true. I think you're right. I think you're totally right. All things Leeds Ed. Of course, if you want Leeds content, go subscribe to Ed. He makes great videos. Some 0-0s don't stay the whole story of the game. Well, this one does. It's been absolutely dreadful. Yes. I mean, if any, you could make the argument for Manchester United being hard done by. They've had a couple of opportunities where the Rashford header specifically, where you're like, there's an opportunity here, but it is what it is. Jeffrey Steady, Charlie, I have some useful experience here. This is my year. A soccer team ran a 3-5-2 and we played very counter-attackingly. Could neither score nor defend effectively until we switched to a 4-3-3. I mean, that's an option. We have the players on the pitch to switch to a 4-3-3. I think regardless, I think most people would agree either Lanzini or Ben Rama need to come on. One of the two needs to come on just to give a bit more. But go on, Ray. We're getting some live news from Ray.
I'm watching it on TV. They just put Ben Rama and Lanzini on warming up during half time. So I don't know if that's an indication. Whether the subs just do that anyway. I'm not 100% sure.
Some do. Some do. It depends. Sometimes it depends, doesn't it? We'll see. I can't. For what it's worth, I can't see David Moyes changing this at half time. I can't see David Moyes making any changes at half time. I think realistically, he probably looks at it and thinks, it's working. It's 0-0 still, sort of thing, which I disagree with, but it's probably how he feels about it. I don't know, Ray. I'm disheartened. I would said that. Jackson, chill, my friend.
No changes have just come out.
Chill. No changes, says Duvet Answer. No changes, says Ray as well, just a second ago. Okay, in that case, Ray, how long do you leave it until you decide enough's enough and you go for it?
60 to 65 minutes.
60 to 65 minutes.
I feel
okay.
like Moyes is going to leave it until the 80th minute.
Fair. And last thing to ask you before you go. Final score prediction?
2-1. I'm not going to change.
Love that.
Wrong. I'm still going to go with 2-1.
Love that from you. Good to see you, Ray. And Ray, of course, I will see you tomorrow on the Two Spanners, One Hammer podcast. Ray, we might do it live. I've been Fro Cheesy's asked if we can do it live. We might do it live. Two Spanners, One Hammer special tomorrow with Peach and Ray live. It's going to be a mess. Come get involved. Thank you very much, Ray. Enjoy yourself.
Let's do it live.
Let's do it live. Where's Geo? He'll be here at full time with Gonzo for the review. Until then, you got me. Nice to see you, Harry. Nice to see you, Harry. Yeah. Personally, I don't see this one. I don't see this one where respect the point holds any value. 1 point doesn't change much in the league. A win does. This is something I was saying about something similar here. Something I was saying is, if we weren't West Ham, if we were, say, Chelsea in this position, or Manchester City, or Liverpool, anyone like that, they wouldn't be sitting here and going, "Oh, we could get a point against Manchester United." We respect that. No, and that's the sort of mentality we have to come into this game. We are fighting for Europe just as much as any of those other teams are. And if we're fighting for Europe, then we do need to make a go of it. We do need to step to it. And 3 points does us huge. And a point, like you say, just keeps the table the same. The teams are both out there about to kick off. Manchester United about to kick off the second half here. I'll tell you when we do for SIG reasons. We've just kicked off second half of Manchester United versus West Ham United. It's 0-0. And it's a ting. It's a ting. Subscribe if you're new around here. Like the video. Appreciate you for coming along. And we'll see if we can see if we can do something a bit special here. See if we can do something a bit different. I doubt it, but we'll see. Live and in effect. There we go. Peach just said it. We're doing it live. We'll do it live. I'll double check with Geo just to make sure there's no videos going on at that time. But if there's not the first ever live Two Spanners, One Hammer tomorrow night. Peach, Raymond, and myself going ham. 6 o'clock UK time it will be. 6 o'clock UK time. Yeah, so there's a couple of people saying, thank you, Fahad. Appreciate it, my friend. Appreciate it. A couple of people saying that Ben Johnson swapped sides. It does seem like he has. He's on the right now, at least. It could be a case. We're saying swap sides. I mean, some people saying swapped Bowen and Johnson. See, Robert's saying here, it might be a case of we've swapped to a back four. Johnson is now playing as the right mid and Bowen's out on the left, potentially, which I'm interested by. I don't know if I like, but I'm interested by at least. Really could have used Fredericks for this one. Too true, Wally. Too true. Respect to the boy, you know what I mean? Yeah, I respect a point, but to watch performance like this is hard work, says Alan. That's pretty accurate if we're being real. Johnson should be on the right anyway. I do think that's a problem going forward. As Ben Johnson is right-footed, and it doesn't quite work for him. And that this is better changing formation and bringing on Lanzini 2016 and Ben Rahman, no goals. Harsh 80s geezer, harsh, but I do see what you're saying. I'm shocked he's changed formation. Because it feels like we weren't doing too great with so many people at the back anyway. So for him to change to even less is a bit of a shock for me, but we'll see how effective / if it is effective. I think it's an interesting proposition. Getting more people near Bowen and Antonio is a good thing, regardless of who it is. Just getting someone nearer is good. And we know Rashford's been very effective on the left-hand side for Manchester United. So getting Johnson and Kufal over the same side isn't a bad idea. Cresswell at left back, not ideal, but at least it sort of works. It's a Diop going for one of his patented Diop charges. A lot like when Kuyate used to do that, and he used to just go all over the shop. You appreciate it, even though it's ineffective and probably not great for the form. You love to see it. McTominay getting a yellow card there for one of the more professional, cynical challenges you've ever seen in your life. What my G says, legend 34262. Hello, subscribe if you're new around here. Like the video, appreciate it. Shout out to Kylian Mbappe. Do you know what I mean? It looks like he's doing Santino Morella's finisher. But it will be brought on for Johnson or Bowen, most likely Bowen, says Leonardo. I do think it's going to happen, but I mean, the benefit of this weird change of formation is if we don't understand it, then flipping Ole Gunnar Solskjaer definitely doesn't understand it. We just have to hope that Manchester United don't continue the way they were in their first half and pull us apart, because, it's a ting if that happens. It's a ting. Jordan Lane been moving house tonight. How are we doing? Good to see you, Jordan. Hope move's going well. We're struggling. David Answer says 5-star performance. He's a liar. We've been struggling here. We're playing very, very, very deep. We were playing 5 at the back until half time. We've just changed to 4, and it looks like Johnson's moved to right mid, but we were struggling a lot. Manchester United had 8 shots in the first half. We didn't have any. It was all Manchester United for the most part, and we weren't attacking it any way, shape, or form. It's been a difficult one, Jordan. It's been a difficult one. Good block there in the centre, I think, by I don't know who it was. We zoomed in on Souček. It might be Souček. I don't know. I thought it was Diop, but it was a good block, whoever it was. The ball came down the left-hand side. Manchester United again doing well. Went for the pullback, and it was a decent enough block. Manchester United have a resulting throw-in, playing the ball around on the left-hand side, trying to just work their way into the box. Can't. Again, the thing is, we've been finding ourselves in decent enough defensive positions, and they've not been rushing at us too much when we're deep, but they have been finding the space and gaps in between our lines, and it's not good. It's not good. They're popping off way too many shots for us to be playing this defensively and them to be pulling us apart like that is a bad sign. Is a bad sign. But again, like I said 1-0 to West Ham originally. That's because all we need is a single chance. If we get a single chance and it happens and it works, then that's good. We got it sorted. We got it down. But as of right now, we don't have that. It doesn't look like we're going to get that anytime soon. Yeah, Johnson's taken up that role that Fredericks had against Aston Villa at the right mid, where it's sort of an auxiliary second right back. It's very defensive, but well, hopefully it can nullify their attacks down the left a little bit. I mean, having said that, they just created a great opportunity from the left-hand side, so potentially not, but you hope for the best. I'm just sort of looking at my hair. I don't really know why. We're just Hail Mary up to Antonio. Yeah, I mean, that feels very much, that's just, yes. Johnson not working on the right side either. Yeah, give it some more time, but we'll see. To be fair, City were 2-0 down at this point weeks ago. Yeah, what I would say though is City were lucky a little bit. Against us they were. Against Manchester United maybe less so. Actually, I'm even being a bit harsh, but I think I think this Manchester United side are doing very well at the moment. They're obviously gaining a little bit of form back in their side, especially in the Premier League. They've come out with a stronger side than we expected, and it's showing. It's showing. We're struggling. We're struggling to contain them. And it's what it is. Flipping heck. That was terrifying from Manchester United. They were flying down the right-hand side. Mason Greenwood getting all the time and space in the world. I mean, to be fair, he does very well. He just uses his pace, flashes it across the box. Rashford was at the far side. No one was there in the middle, but Rashford was making the most of it. But Kufal just sticks his foot out, knocks it out for a corner. And he does well, to be fair to him. I mean, it had to be done. Something had to be done because, Jesus Christ, that was a bit tight. Corner to Man U. It's in. It's in. It's a goal. McTominay's wheeling away. McTominay's wheeling away. It's 1-0 Manchester United. We've had a problem here. We've had a problem. Ball into the box. McTominay gets up and heads it towards goal. Gary Neville just said the words own goal. Well, I thought Craig Dawson had an opportunity to score. I didn't think it would be in his own net. It's 1-0 to Manchester United. Craig Dawson is the one who heads it in. Stress. We need to look into this a bit more. We need to really realistically, we need to change it up. realistically, we need to change it up. It's 1-0 to Manchester United. Craig Dawson own goal, unfortunately. And at this point, we need to find something a bit different. Disappointing. Moyes is fuming. Moyes has done it again. Played the club, not the team. That was some defending. Comment, please, Bonnie Hammer. Okay, again, let's not have arguments in the chat. Do you know what I mean? We can all get on. We can all get on and have deep discussions. Let's not get too sarky with each other. Maybe now we'll pull our finger out. Maybe not classic Moyes. He's missed, but what a shot. What happened to Hammers? Yes, own goal. Yeah, just it's exactly what I was worried about. It's disappointing, isn't it? Now we bring on Benny and go for it. It's just football addicts. I mean, it's disappointing. It's been a disappointing game so far. We can't act like it hasn't. We're good from set pieces. So good, apparently, we need to score other people's. The Ray and Johnson people after me. Where are you now? Again, we don't need to have too much of an argument in chat. I think it's a thing. Missing Alan says Alan, who's desperate for a fight. McTominay, most overrated player in Europe. I disagree with that. I quite like McTominay, to be fair. Rashford are good in the box. Tries to take a snapshot. Can't find a space. Manchester United playing the ball around right now. Ray S asks, "How am I?" I'm fine, thank you, Ray. How are you? I'm hungry. In fact, I'm going to eat an orange. I'm quite hungry. I'm all right. I'm okay. Decent weekend. Wouldn't mind a result here. Make my weekend a lot better, but I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine. Alex Grant says, aha. Good one, bro. Yo, your lightning fast wit is too much for me to handle, Alex Grant. What am I going to do? Oh, no. What now? Farhead. Hang on, just before I had Craig Dawson. Bro, it's like Jimmy Carnes in the room. Just disgracefully funny from Alex Grant. I just can't handle the wit. There you go. Scott's the best player in 2021. Yeah, I agree. I think Scott McTominay is good, man. I can't lie to you. I really like Scott McTominay. In fact, I was thinking about it the other day when we did the Man U West Ham preview. I was thinking about it. Imagine a midfield two. Antonio shot from far deflects. Well, we've got a corner, which is positive for us, to be fair. I was thinking about this the other day. Imagine a midfield two of McTominay and Rice. Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it? I'd like that. I don't think it'd be as good as Souček and Rice at this point, but for the future, yes. Here we go. They've pulled up the stat, most set piece goals this season. West Ham United. Corner goes in. Headed away easily. It's not a great corner. Whoever was on that probably shouldn't be on it again. Noble took the first one and I thought it was a bit deep. Johnson's just pile drove it back in. It's gone over everyone's head. It's gone up. Yeah, I feel like... I don't know if Noble took that second one as well, but if he is, definitely don't take it again. It's a struggle, isn't it? It's a struggle. Now, what you're going to see is a man consume an orange hole here. So you see the orange is gone now. Never not a problem doing that. That was stupid, but I've done it now. We're here. I did do that. I'm hungry. I always forget because they're so look, they're not size wise, it's fine, but then you and then all of a sudden, but it's all right. I do like oranges. It was an opportunity there for West Ham. Bowen drives it in. Souček can't get on it. VAR, it's gone to VAR. I don't think anything's going to come of it. It doesn't look like anything in the replay. From Maguire. Yeah, I don't think there's much in it, if I'm being honest. Yeah, VAR check complete, no penalty. I didn't think so. It didn't look like a... Yeah, much. Manchester United, what I really like about Manchester United's play is they're really fast. And I'm not talking about the players are fast at running. I'm talking about their passing is quick and concise. They know what they're doing. They're like, pat, 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 pat. It's concise and precise. They really work the ball well. So in that situation there where they're on the counter-attack, it's not come to anything. But it's not necessarily that they get... I mean, having fast players to keep up with the ball is great and all, but... the passing is always really good. Bruno Fernandes is a huge part of that, but it's just the rest of the team do it as well. I mean, Greenwood gets involved in the link-up play pretty well, as does Marcus Rashford. Although Rashford probably going for it more. But Fernandes just has that ability, and this is a great opportunity again for Manchester United on the right-hand side. Now they've wasted a little bit. Greenwood was just, don't know what he was trying there. Fernandes hits it from range. Fabianski, strong hand. And it stopped just before it goes out for a corner amazingly and cleared away. But yeah, Man United's passing is really freaking good. It's really freaking good, man. And it always is, to be fair to him. It always is. I saw Lanzini and Benrahma were about to come on. I'm interested to see who they come on for. Interested to see what happens in general. We'll see. We'll see. Question from Ed. Do you think you can still achieve a top 4 spot? I do. I do. We're in a bit of trouble. Oh, it's a good opportunity for West Ham. Nothing creative from it. We're in a bit of trouble at the moment because we just don't have any informed strikers because we only have one striker and he's out of form. We started today with him and Bowen up front, hoping that would work. But again, at the same time, Bowen is equally out of form. And so we're struggling. I think Moyes seems to have got a bit of the old... bum clench about him the last couple of weeks. He's got a bit more scared, playing 5 at the back more often, playing a bit more conservatively, and sometimes that's going to work, sometimes that's not. You require everyone to be informed. Manchester United are doing really well here, and they are a top 4 rival. But at the same time, this game isn't the be-all and end-all, but it is an important one. I think we can get it? By the way, Noble and Johnson coming off for Benrahma and Lanzini. Not surprising. Probably the most expected subs you've ever seen. If it was 62 minutes, if that was your sub bingo, congratulations. 62 minutes is the time for sub bingo. But yeah, do I think it's still possible? I do. But we do require... We don't have the attacking output that we would need to make it comfortably. But we also have a game in hand, I think, on the rest of the top 4. So a good result here would do us the world of good. Yeah, draw or otherwise. Why have we only started to try once we go 1-0 down? It's what he does, isn't it? It's what he does. I think he'll definitely get top 5, which will only boost Ava's ego more. The banter next season will be too much. Yeah, I'd like to wish you luck because it's going to be out of control. It's going to be out of control. It's going to be a problem. Should not have started. I think that's harsh. John. Noble and Johnson shouldn't have started. I do think that's harsh. I just think the tactics were wrong today. Maybe starting Noble was not too much of a bad thing, but not starting an extra attacking player was maybe a problem. Starting them both maybe is an issue. I don't know. I think it's harsh. It's Charlie, would you like Declan to go to Chelsea? I want Declan Rice to do whatever he wants, basically. Like, obviously, in my head, I want Declan Rice to stay at West Ham forever. Obviously, that's what every West Ham fan would want, but it's not going to happen realistically. And given that, I want Declan Rice to go to a team. Jared Bowen takes a snapshot, nothing there. I want Declan Rice to go to whichever team will get him the most time on the pitch. Bowen! Jared Bowen! he's the offside flag is up anyway, but it was a good opportunity from West Ham. We played the ball down the left-hand side, and then Aaron Cresswell does really well to create a little bit of space just to play it into the path of Bowen, whose header goes wide. He was offside at the end of it, so it doesn't make a difference, but annoying. Good opportunity. We're starting to create a bit more. We're up to 4 shots now. Don't get too excited. We're up to 4 shots now. None of them on target as of yet, but all within the last little couple of minutes here. We're really starting to turn the screw a little bit, get a little bit more involved in attacking play. We'll see. We got to push it. Rice, I want Declan to stay at West Ham. He is to you what Calvin Phillips is to us, and I'd be devastated if he left. Rice, West Ham lad, captain inside would be future. Would be great to see. Yeah, look, I think it's one of those things. Maybe you feel the same about Calvin Phillips. I don't know, but for me, I look at it and I say Declan Rice is going to leave. Like, he just is. Declan Rice is going to leave sooner or later. It's going to happen. Fabianski's down right now. Him and Bruno Fernandes, I think, clashed. Fernandes is holding his shin. Fabianski just isn't moving whatsoever. We'll see what happens. I don't know if you think about it the same way as I do. Actually, let's just have a quick look at the play. Rashford plays it into Bruno Fernandes brilliantly, and Fabianski comes out, claims it well at the feet of Bruno Fernandes. This is brave. I think they clash. I think their legs clash. It seems to be both their shins hurt or something. Yeah. I don't know if you think. I don't know if you think about it the same way as I do. But Calvin Phillips, I think, equally with Declan Rice. Declan Rice is going to leave sooner rather than later. I think it might happen this summer. Well, I thought it would before European football was a possibility. But for me, I just look at it and I think the best deal we can get for him, whatever, I hope Declan goes to a team where he can play consistently and really fulfill all of his potential. And I wouldn't begrudge him that because, you know, footballers' careers are short. And I think you can't sit and dilly-dally. When you get the opportunity to move to a big team, you sort of have to take it if you're in a position. Now, as you say, if you get top 4, why would Rice want to leave playing Europe with his boyhood club? No reason to go anywhere. His boyhood club is Chelsea. Let's be real about it. But if we get Europe, then he'll stay for another season. I believe, unless it's City or Liverpool, then he would probably stay. However, would that happen? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I do think there is a case for him to say. In my head, I think he's going to Manchester United. I had thought that for a while. I think it just makes more sense. And Chelsea now, they have Tuchel and a different manager. I don't think it's going to happen quite as sick, but we'll see. Where's the magic spray these days? Climate change has ruined everything. I know, Chippy. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. We want magic spray back. We need to get him on, give him a little spray, get him up and going. You know, really. What was the magic spray even? I don't even know. It's almost like we start playing well or we start when we're a goal down. I know. It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. We're starting to push a little bit more here. We're starting to get some shots away. It's almost like having more attacking players on the pitch was never a bad thing. It took going a goal down for Moyes to get a little bit of balls, but you know we're here now, and I think there's still something to be got from this game. We've seen since the substitutions and just before them, I think we've started to wake up a little bit. We've started to attack with a bit more and actually get some shots away. Again, all it takes is one opportunity, one shot, as Eminem said, and that's all you really need. If we can get an equalizer here, then that would be good. Disappointingly, I think it's a problem for our own making. Unfortunately, I do think it's a problem for our own making, but a rod for our own back that we've created for ourselves with the formation and how we set up. I don't think we needed to do this, but we did. And now we're left trying to pull ourselves back from that. But we can do it. It's 21 minutes or so to go plus stoppage time. this game is far from over at this point. A second Man United goal, I think, would kill it, but this game is far from over. And if you said to me which one of the teams is going to score now, I wouldn't be able to tell you which. I mean, we've had the better early opportunities. We've certainly had more shots over the last 10 minutes or so. I think there's a possibility here. It's just about trying to find it, you know, just about trying to find it. Thoughts on Christian in AEW? Thank you very much, Ed, for getting involved in the real talk. I'm surprised. Oh, am I surprised they did the angle on Wednesday night? Maybe not, but one of my friends, Luke, who one of my close friends, Luke, I was talking to about this on the phone the other day. He felt like he didn't like it. His exact words were, "It's the most TNA thing they could have done," which I think is a fair cop. Personally, for me, you would have heard this as much as I would have. You know, they have the idea of you have like wrestlers who are the fans' favorites, and you have wrestlers who are the wrestlers' favorites. And every wrestler loves Christian. Every wrestler's like, Christian's one of the best of all time. He's so good. He's brilliant at everything. Blah 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 blah. I think realistically, you look at it and you say, if he's there for 3 years, right? He can have all of these amazing matches with everyone, and then goes into a sort of backstage coaching type role with them. I think that's a great deal for AEW. You know, I think that's a great deal. Christian can't not go. It's not like signing, like Big Show, for example. Big Show's a weird one, right? Although he says he wants to do commentary, so fair enough. If that's what he wants to do, then I'm excited for him. But I'm excited to see Christian. I'm surprised at the angle again on Wednesday night. I am surprised in the angle on Wednesday night that they've pulled the trigger on that so soon. But, and I'm only saying that so I don't say spoilers for anyone in the chat who wants to know. But personally, I like it. They've got a lot of shows. I just want to make sure. I want to see him working with a lot of the younger talent, really getting them to a place. Because that's the problem. The difference with TNA and WCW is having the older talent beat the younger talent. That's the problem, really. If the older talent are there and they put over the younger talent, it's not an issue. So, but weird seeing him in another company. Yeah, it is weird. It's like Big Show. The Big Show thing blew my mind. It was like, whoof. It was just, I was like, what? Pardon? It just didn't make any sense to me. Christian is a cool lad, I agree. And yeah, listen, the No More BS thing was great, but yeah, I just, you know, that's my opinion. I'm excited to see it. I just want to make sure they're not. I just hope they don't go too ham on it. But they're so far so good. So far so good. I mean, like I was talking to him about the Revolution pay-per-view. I think 2 people, maybe 3 people, you'd say. Like you're looking at Matt Hardy as one. You could maybe make an argument for Jericho as well. But outside of that, Moxley I wouldn't include in that sort of ex-WWE guy range because of his age and everything else. You know, I think it's all right. But we'll see. We'll see. Again, we're getting a lot more people in and around the box now. A lot more passing. We're seeing a lot of people actually we're seeing West Ham players actually in and around Man United's box, controlling, passing it, not just pumping it long and then running and hoping something happens. We're getting a little bit of control in this game. Again, this game is far from over. 18 minutes to go. We'll have a couple of chances left in this game, at least. And we're taking it to them, and all of a sudden Man United are defending a lot more than they were. They've got not as many people back as we've had for the entire game, but certainly more people. And it's a case of try to work it now. It's not too bad right now. It's not too bad. Again, I can't believe we started with Antonio and Bowen, 2 out-of-form players up front by themselves. It's just insanity. It's just insanity. This game is kind of get rough, yeah. Dan James is steaming through now. Bad pass. Man United were on a break there. It's a bit of flop there from Manchester United, but not great. Wan-Bissaka trying to find a space. Diop wins a free kick off It's a great opportunity for Manchester United there. Diop with the heavy touch. Jan James collects it, starts steaming through. I don't know who that was defending. I think it was Aaron Cresswell. Does really well to hold him off. And then Man United just slow down completely. Once the pass goes sideways and holds him off, they just struggled. They struggled to refine that pace. That was good defending from Aaron Cresswell. I think it was Cresswell who came across to him. That was really good defending. Diop with a heavy touch, but it is what it is. I mean, these things happen. So. Have we used all 3 subs? I don't think so. I think we've still got one more. Yeah, we've still got one because it's been Lanzini and Diop have come on. We've yet to make a third. Although who you bring on? I mean, who you bring on again? If we look at the bench, we've got Martin Trott, Balbuena, Alves, Coventry, and Odebeku left. 3 of those are youth players. 2 of those are goalkeepers. 2 of those are centre backs. One's a defensive midfielder. I mean, Odebeku, I guess, is the only one who's going to change the attacking output significantly. I don't think he would do that. I think he would do that. I mean, yeah, it's frustrating. Again, I still don't think. Rashford going in a little bit, if you pardon the wordplay, a little bit rash there, getting a yellow card. Manchester United certainly been looking at their cross-city rivals for professional fouls today. A lot of them. Yeah, yellow card now for Marcus Rashford's come out. Kufau was charging forward, and Rashford from behind. Is it yellow? I mean, I could see some of you claiming for red. That's dirty, red all day. I mean, studs up. Borderline for sure. Yeah, it's a dodgy one, isn't it? It is a dodgy one. They sort of just. I don't know. It was a rash one. He just sort of went for it. It was a professional foul. It was a bit piffy, but you can't really give it more than a yellow, I guess. West Ham playing it round. Right on the right hand side, can't really do much. And again, this is a good opportunity for Man United on counter attack. Rashford plays through Greenwood. He's keeping up with him as well. This is a great opportunity for Manchester United. Greenwood! Mason Greenwood hits the post. Hits the left upright. Jesus Christ. Really good opportunity for Manchester United on counter-attack there. Again, we're committing people forward here, and we're leaving all kinds of space in the back. But thankfully, Manchester United are only going for counter-attacking goals at this point. They're only really committing Greenwood and Rashford forward, mainly because they're the 2 fastest players. I mean, Dan James, you can make an argument for, but he's just not very good. It's close. Greenwood charging through off the Rashford through ball from about the halfway line. Rashford was there, had the opportunity for the pass. Instead, Greenwood went for it, and Fabianski left standing, hits the left post, and it bounces straight out. West Ham have possession of the ball, but my goodness, was that flipping close? It was very close. This game is very open right now. Very open. We're committing a lot more people forward, and that's leaving all kinds of manner and time and space at the back. And Man United, of course, a very quick counter-attacking side. That is a problem. But look, if we need anything from this game, we have to go for it, regardless of what happens. It doesn't matter whether we're leaving ourselves too open. If we want even a point from this, we need to leave ourselves a bit open. We need to go for it a bit more. Greenwood, the Greenwood, it was close. slices it with the outside of his left boot. I think it's what he tries to do, but hits the outside of the post. Is Declan Rice playing? He is having a relatively, not having an all-action game, but doing all right, I think. Doing all right. Not playing badly by any stretch of imagination, but not having as much of an all-action game as he usually does. We'll say that. Down the left-hand side again here, West Ham United trying to create something. Cresswell. Benrahma. Benrahma does well to carry a ball past. It's a great opportunity. He's played in. Souček. It's another good opportunity. Aaron Cresswell and Souček and Benrahma working it well down the left-hand side. Benrahma somehow managed to lay it into, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Lanzini who just blaze it across to Souček, who tries to strike it, not much. And Manchester United again on the counter-attack is getting much more end-to-end this game now. This is a much more, well, it's just, the game is picking up, isn't it? The game's picking up. We're getting there. Whether or not there might be a goal either way, but still. Sam Blackburn. I just feel like when we play teams like Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, etc., there's no plan. There's no point in watching until we concede until the last 10 minutes. Actually, West Ham played good football. I think that's a fair point, Sam. I can't lie to you. I think that is a fair point. Man United on the counter-attack again. Luke Shaw just charging into the centre. All the time and space in the world, Luke Shaw. Lays it into Bruno. Greenwood out to Rashford. Man United playing the ball around here just outside the box. He steps it in, couple of step overs, tries to do something a bit special. Can't quite get there. Kufau with the block. With a pump and flex. 10 minutes to go here. 10 minutes to go. And again, there could be another goal in this game quite easy. And it could be, if we're being honest, it could go either way. It could go either way. Corner kick to Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes standing over it. It's put into an okay area. No Manchester United players there. Fabianski punches it significantly away. Big boy punch. Yeah, flows out for a goal. Kick to West Ham. Goal kick to West Ham. Sorry, it's not much I can do. Virgin Media is what it is. Our momentum's sort of coming a little bit to a close here. Man United have done well to snuff us out. They've survived the sort of the 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes maybe for being generous of pressure from West Ham since the goal. They've ridden it out. They've rode the storm, let's say. And at this point, they're starting to get a bit more control over the game. It's a problem. Good opportunity, though. Good opportunity for West Ham here. They're getting forward. Lanzini with the ball. Plays it in. Antonio Lanzini goes for something. And it does not happen. Goes for something. And does not happen. Let's have a look. Work off the screen there. Someone's going to need to be a bit more selfish and take a shot instead of passing in front of the net. Yeah, I mean that's fair. Looks like the PS1 is out again. I mean, great console, not what you want from a watch along. Not what you want from a watch along. I apologize. I'm just sort of reading your comments, seeing how seeing how it goes. PB, what I'd say is chill a little bit. just take it down a notch. Don't mind the opinions, obviously. Put them in, by all means, welcome that. Let's try not to offend each other. Let's try not to have arguments with each other for no reason. Do you know what I mean? We can deal with it. Let's not start lobbing stuff at people. Let's not start lobbing people stuff. We're not far off now. We're 6 minutes off plus stoppage time. 6 minutes plus stoppage time left. And I really am concerned. I don't know. This could very easily just roll out into a 1-0 at this point. We had our flurry of activity, and I'm sort of concerned we're not going to get it back. James charging into the centre, try to find Rashford on the far side, just can't quite do it. Tell you what, Dan James just isn't quite a Man United player, is he? I feel sorry. They took a punt on him. I think it was a good punt to take. Exciting young player, and again, he's still got time on his hands, so he might turn into it. But I never look at Dan James and think, "Oh, he's a Man United level player." It's just a shame for him, I guess. It's frustrating. I wish we'd taken our opportunities when we had them. I wish we'd taken it. I'm looking at it now. I'm just... My internet's going wild. Sorry about my internet. There's nothing I can really do about it, unfortunately. It is what it is. Yesterday was great. Today, not so much. Not so much. Cross, Fabianski. Okay, well, we get the ball away. And that's okay, but we're back onto holding onto the edge of our seats here, not in a positive way. Not in a positive way. We're back on the struggle, back on the grind, back on the struggle, back on the grind. Bro, I wish I had some open. I wish I did. It's just sad internet. That's the worst part about it. No, I don't even have a fun reason like that. It's just not good. It's just not good. I wish I was. Earlier on, maybe, but not now. Not now, you know. Concentrate now. Serious business. Might eat another orange. Trying to figure out how I see the rest of this game play out. I mean, we got 3 minutes plus stoppage time left. 3 minutes plus stoppage time left, and it's petering out. It's just a bit dead now. It's just a bit dead. Pooted upfield by Manchester United. This game is petering out. Again, if you said to me that was another goal, I'd believe you. But at this point, this game's petering out. I'm gonna get more comfy. Get a bit more comfortable. Because meh. Remember, I'll be live right until the end of the game. Not that you're living it right now, but remember, I'll be live right until the end of the game, in which I will be passing over to Geo Gonzo, who'll be doing their live review of the game. Their live review of the game, which should be good. That'll be coming up very soon, coming up just after the full-time whistle. I'll spam the link in the chat so you don't have to do anything. So you don't have to do anything at all. Just be able to click and have a little gander. Click and have a little gander. The quality of the stream has improved. I feel like you're talking too soon, but I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Irons J, I don't know how to play bubbles, unfortunately. Don't know how to play, unfortunately. And I'm not good enough to, improvise. Not good enough to improvise. Yeah, I feel like this game's. I feel like it's, as Farhead says, I feel like this game is coming to an end, unfortunately. For both sides, I don't think either side are. At this point, they're just going to peter out. It's a disappointing result. I can't lie to you. I can't lie to you. I really. As I said before the match, right? And I said to Ray, I'm equally interested in I'm always someone who wants the performance more than the result. Always. And this was the one time where I'm like, actually, I really want the result here. If we can get 3 points here, this would do us a world of good. A world of good, like a huge opportunity in the top 4 chase. It'd be a massive, massive opportunity for us. And unfortunately, we've come away with neither the points or the result, which is really disappointing. Really, really disappointing. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. How do you all feel? Actually, before we ask that, of course, we need to decide the man of the match for the stream. Who was the stream's man of the match? Put your man of the match in the chat, and we will claim the Hammers chat watch along's man of the match. We'll gift that out. So let me know who you think your man of the match has been. As we do that, we'll look through a couple more. Expected this with Moyes' negativity. Moyes is a coward. Moyes does this every time. Why can't he learn? I'm happy Man United won because I'm a fan. We need these points. That's fair. That's fair. 0 points, an awful performance. Man United Premier results, says Mohammed. Fair enough, mate. Subscribe on YouTube if you're new and like the video and whatnot. Right, says to chill. The annoying thing is the approach is totally senseless. What is the point of just rolling over and losing limply 1-0 instead of going for them and conceding 3 or 4 is just 0 points. Goal difference in it. Goal difference. Dawson has been crap, by the way. Fabianski. The post, Fabs gets us in it, bottled it, Scott, McTominay. The fact is, Charlie, we got what our approach deserved. Nothing. Really frustrated, as you say. Yeah. Fabs, man of match, Jesse Lingard, best player not on the pitch today. Not being much going forward tonight. Frontline beefing up soon. Can't be too hostile of the years of averageness. You just need to enjoy being up there and competing. If anything, this is an eye-opener of what you need to make the next big step. It's a fair way of putting it. Ed, to an extent, I think it is. Diop maybe says boot hammer. We need to change our mentality before we play Arsenal. Leicester. I think that's a great point, Chuck. But it seems the majority of the chat is the man of the match for the West Ham. How much chat's man of the match? The Hammers chat watch on man of the match is, of course, Lucas Fabianski. Fair play, Lucas. Good game, I thought. It's some good saves, actually, some very good saves to keep it in us. And then, of course, Bodyworld says me. Thank you, Wally, and thank you for the $20 into Kitty. We appreciate it. I think you're wild saying me, but I love you and I appreciate it very much, sir. I love it and I appreciate it very much. Disappointing. Really felt like we had this. I don't know. It's a gut punch, this one. It's a gut punch. Very disheartening. We've obviously got some big games coming up. We need to refresh ourselves for that. We need to be looking at that. We'll be, of course, be doing watch-alongs live on this channel for those games as well. You're looking at Leicester. You're looking at Arsenal. They're coming up. And we need to step to it a little bit with that, but it's a problem. It is a problem. And the final whistle has blown. I pull this out of my ear. I throw it to the side petulantly. It's Manchester United 1. It's West Ham United 0. I am going to go and find the link now. I'm going to go find the link now for the review, which will be live in just a couple of minutes time. Geo and Gonzo, of course, will be doing that. First of all, I want to thank everyone for coming. I want to thank Chris Topper-Londell, Glenn De Cruiser, Daddy Phil Webster, and Wally World, all for their donations into the kitty. We much appreciated. And then just in case, also the review is up. There you go. And just in case you're still here, thank you very much to Peach 100 Smee, All Things Leads. If I subscribe, you haven't already. Arthur Gatwood, Ben Cargill, Boot Hammer, Chippy 999, Chris Topper-Londell, Chuck, Darren Clark, Downey 8. Duvet Dancer, Farhad, Football Addict, Happy Hammer, Harry Parker, Ionix, James Gunn, Jeffrey Steady, Joe Barnes, Justin Lewis, LM, Lee Turnbull, Louise Sands, Lewis Booty, Paul Harrington, Richie Von Rob Hart, Steve Chaotix, Tebow, Vernon, Wally Wad. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new around here. Drop a like if you've enjoyed it. Here is the link once more to the live review. Get involved. Go and have a gander. There it is. I'm putting it in the chat right now. You can see it. Get involved. It's finished West Ham United. It's finished Man United 1, West Ham United 0. Disappointing, but it is what it is. We move on to the next game. Enjoy the review. Enjoy yourselves. See you later. Come on, your irons, and we'll see you next time. Bye.